26 after 6. There's a song that wakes you up to the day. Friday morning. Welcome. 97.3 Citi FM. We call it the Citi Breakfast Show. A new way to an old problem. A new sound to an old song. A new perspective to an age-old problem. That's innovation. It's one of the many reasons why we love the song. Innovative approach to sound, to music. The rap, the steez, the sound, the dance. We love it. And it wakes us up, really. Some are driving to work, sleeping really late last night. Some are in their cars, half conscious because they are sleeping. But trust me, Defe will wake you up. And that's what I'm talking about on Business Sense this morning. Innovation. You often hear this saying, innovate or die. Give yourself that freedom to innovate. Think through your systems and processes and think through new ways of doing things. So, a new way to addressing an old problem, a new sound to an old song. It makes it brand new all of a sudden. A new perspective to an age-old problem. That's innovation, my friends. So innovate or die. That's what we hear. We'll bring you innovative conversations, new angles to same old problems, approach the problems with a fresh perspective. And sometimes, just sometimes, it just simply doesn't work when you import solutions from elsewhere. You have to do the hard work of thinking through things yourself because some of the problems are specific to your locality. Yes. Let me give you a quick example. Last week when we listened to a business edition, the chief farmer of Agric Kings, Nana Ewusi Echao, he said when it comes to birds attacking rice farms, China, Thailand, and the Asian tigers have found a way around it. But their solutions are not fitting ours because the birds that eat our rice are very different from the birds elsewhere. So innovation. We have a responsibility to innovate and find solutions for our own problems. Welcome to Friday morning. My name is Caleb. Business Sense is brought to you by ADB. If you're a paid employee or salaried worker, you need a personal loan to resolve your financial issues. ADB is offering you a variety of personal loans, including top-up loans at significantly reduced interest rates. You will also enjoy a longer tenure of up to 6 years. This offer is open to non-customers as well. So kindly visit the nearest branch or call us on 0302-210-210 or 0302-224-043 for further inquiries. ADB is a people's bank. ADB is truly a great and more. Let's do amazing things together. Let's innovate. Let's dance to the song.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We understand the excitement and preparations that comes when your child gains admission into senior high school. But we at the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB PLC, also understand the financial burden this comes with. The chopbox, trunk, school mattress, you name it. That's why we have partnered with Prospectus Ghana Limited to offer financial support for parents by introducing the ADB Quick Purchase. With a smart loan of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis, you can pick up all the items on your child's prospectus for school. ADB PLC offers you a repayment plan of 12 months to relieve you of all that heavy financial burden. Every ADB customer who receives their salaries through the bank, military and police personnel, and all other workers on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll qualify for this facility. Walk into any ADB branch nationwide or any Prospectus Ghana Limited office near you to apply for the ADB Quick Purchase. Terms and conditions apply. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, truly Agric and more.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook.
This is Citi 97.9.
Powerful sound. I love it. From Ben Bracco. Taking us to the newspaper review brought to you by Total Excellium. And Fidelity Bank. Now, have you heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel. It's an amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Excellium new formula, the additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Now, thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Excellium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You will drive safe. Experience the difference with Total Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality. And did you not hear? Well, now you're about to join us in supporting budding young entrepreneurs at the Orange Market, an event showcasing locally made products and services. It will be a delightful fun day out for the whole family with lots of food and drinks as well as activities for the kids. So mark your calendars for Saturday the 24th of August from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Tesano, adjacent to Peace FM Shippers House. It's an event proudly brought to you by the Fidelity Bank Entrepreneurship Initiative. I love it. Good morning.
I think this is the best. You know, I think one of the best albums. You know, we didn't hear about the others, but this one,
this is a Nukum.
Every song on the album is a song.
It's a hit.
You know, some albums there are songs on it which are not songs. There are some things, but this one,
everything on the album
every
is a song.
song on the album is a song.
I love it so much. Brother, good morning.
Good morning to you.
See you on Friday morning.
Charlie, we are
other
here.
Side.
We are here in our numbers.
I tell you. Nathan, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
And the weekend is set.
Yeah.
Everything is happening.
Yeah.
There's football, there's politics, and there's more politics.
Plenty.
You know, so we have football on Friday. Is it football in the morning and NDC in the afternoon?
Plenty.
MPP in the evening.
Plentiful. It's a good one. We are ready for it.
From now to December 7th.
Oh my
no
God.
rest for the weekend.
Oh my God. We're going to the papers this morning.
We have so many newspapers this morning.
yes,
I think you started the graphic, Nathan.
The Daily Graphic says Oguamahin celebrates 25-year milestone. And it says involve chiefs in governance. That's coming from Osabari Makwesi Atta, the second. On the Daily Graphic's Constituency Watch, they focus on Cape Coast South. And they say open race for NDC and PP. And engage auditors to ensure electoral integrity. Justice Kodia Opong urges EC.
All right, moving to the Chronicle. Ghana is on the right path. Baumia and Napo should be given the chance. This is Nana Akwaku Sapong shaking hands or exchanging pleasantries with Napo. So Nanani, Napuni. Third cohort of media capacity and enhancement program launched with the Minister for Information Fatimata Abubakar there. MPA dismisses cheating allegations in cylinder recirculation model, and this one is really troubling. It's in two papers. Health crisis looms Tema Community 2 following serious spillage. Oh, Tema.
my
Kwame
goodness.
Nkrumah's my Tema. My Akosombo. Kwame Nkrumah, your Tema is on his knees. Oh. This one is Chronicle, you know.
Yeah, it's
And
a very sad
there's a good scripture on the front page. Jeremiah 29:11. Do you know what is there?
Yes, I know the plans I have for you.
Plans for good and not of evil.
Sharp.
To give you a future and a hope.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Is
daily
that
guide.
digital future?
No, they are not doing
It's
politics.
not 24
Don't
hours.
politicize the plans, please.
The Daily Guide
I beg
says
you.
ECOWAS
Don't bring your politics into our plans. I beg. Let's go to ECOWAS.
ECOWAS bounces warmongers.
Right.
And there's a picture of the IGP here. Free dialysis. NHIA pays over 1.5 million cedis since June. AG sets record straight on $111 million judgment debt. Cozy responds to emergency and assembly members endorse Baumia.
Now, this ECOWAS thing is quite funny because the Daily Guide has a completely different take on the Herald. The Herald is saying ECOWAS chooses dirty and undiplomatic language to run from 2024 violent electing prediction. So and then ECOWAS pre-election fact-finding mission to Ghana draft report. So it looks like people are using ECOWAS to do what they want. IDEC boss also sees violence or foresees violence at 2024 election, says military intervention is real if. Cocoa Board loses credibility for syndicated loan from foreign banks despite interest of 8% from 1.5 in 2016. And then NHIS pays over 1.5 million under free dialysis program. All of these and more in the Herald.
If you go to the Inquisitor, they are talking about election 2024. NDC launches manifesto tomorrow. Other stories. The Honorable's Honorable Atachia speaks. Granted the Inquisitor an
The
interview.
Honorable's Honorable.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
All right.
No community mining, no vote. Tontokrum residents won again.
Moving to the new finder, Guta others oppose New Shippers Act, petition the president not to sign it. GTA to unveil December in GA Tourism Extravaganza with Akwesi Agyeman, the GTA CEO, one of the hardworking CEOs in Ghana. And NHI's disbursement for free dialysis to rise over, or to, let's take our time. NHI's disbursement for free dialysis rises to 1.5 million cities with Dr. Da Costa Boaji photographed on the front page as well.
The Informer says PAC vindicates OSP as corruption rocks GES. In terms of the election, trust EC to deliver. Kodeo urges political parties. And Mahama will honor promises. Jenana tells TTC.
The Ghanaian publisher is still on the Tema story. BBC residents send SOS to government as raw sewage floods their homes. That's on page 3. This is Tema Committee 2. Info Minister highlights role of media in governance, and confusion rocks NDC over manifesto. Meanwhile, the MPA's clarification on the CRM is also on the front page with Mohammed Abdul Kudus, not the footballer. This is the MPA man on the Ghanaian publisher.
The Republic Press, MPP MP goes rogue, threatens to contest 2024 elections as independent candidate. And there's a picture of Cynthia Morrison here. Blogger jail 30 days for publishing false news. We need agriculture invested in a brim. That's the brim Hine. He's telling Dr. Baumia. And in the Ashanti region, Sokoban residents face water shortage as road contractor destroys pipelines.
Look at this.
And Ghana's properties in London not under threat. The High Commission.
Now, this newspaper is one of the oldest papers, the Catholic Standard.
Yeah,
and this is the front page. Election is not a fight.
It's not.
Bishop Jemfi. We need to give more ventilation to this story. They photograph Bishop Matthew Jemfi, who is the Bishop of Sunyani and President of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Very good story. Also, GGA to open book of condolence in memory of Godwin Avenogbo. And then there's a good editorial. Avoid unbridled quest for power. This is page 3. We have to read the Standard front and back.
Very important.
Moving to the BNFT.
The BNFT says Cocoa defends syndicated loan position. Orange Growers Association to boost global market share. And future of climate change impact on Agric bleak. That's coming from the USDA.
Meanwhile, the Daily Satellite is asking, tribalism at Bust. Workers decry importing tribal festivities into the office. Meanwhile, new broadcasting law before cabinet for approval. Information Minister says this. And then there's Iyoko boss honored for exceptional leadership and reforms at Iyoko.
Okay, now let's go to channel1news.com. Channel1news.com. 2 students arrested for lynching spiritualist over stolen phone allegation. Interesting. And then fixing Dumso is Mohammed's greatest legacy. This is Peter Boama Otukono. He was on point blank last night with
Yes,
Selam.
yes.
Election 2024, we will engage Cynthia Morrison, NPP, speaking as she's going independent. Starlink to commence operations in Ghana by end of August. And then IEA inaugurates 9-member presidential debate committee.
Okay.
The NDC insists it is not participating, and they say they are not going to compel anyone to join. But if
Okay.
I bring you to citynewsroom.com, gold for oil policy prevented fuel shortages. This is the Boss MD speaking.
All right.
Election 2024, we are still engaging political parties on presidential debate. This is the IEA.
All right.
We are hopeful NDC will sign the Peace Pact. This is the Peace Council. The state owes us 7.1 billion Ghana cedis.
All right.
This is Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndum speaking.
All right.
Take you to my Joy Online Trafigura judgment debt. Government terminated GPGC contract over a family feud.
Oh.
This is John Jinapo revealing.
My God.
And Ablakwa details how government allegedly spent over 160 million Ghana cedis in the name of African Games Month
Charlie.
after the event. Everywhere else is all about Kamala Harris. I take you to the BBC. It says Kamala Harris vows new way forward as she accepts Democratic nomination. And they have 4 takeaways from Kamala Harris's convention. Trump lashes out as DNC attacks throw him off message.
You know, be small.
Al Jazeera this morning
Trump
also has Trump.
No, go ahead. Al Jazeera has.
Al Jazeera has takeaways from the 4th night of the Democratic National Convention. And yes, they have that. And then there is India here. No, India is on BBC, CNN. India's Modi arrives in Ukraine for talks with Zelensky weeks after Putin meeting.
All right.
So he's been engaging.
So I want to start with ECOWAS. I think that's the best place to start. This is Citi Newsroom.
Yeah.
William Na is reporting that we've not predicted violence in Ghana's elections. This is ECOWAS. All right. So the Economic Community of West Africa States Commission has denied allegations that suggest that it predicted violence during Ghana's 2024 general elections in its recent pre-election fact-finding mission to the country. The Herald newspaper, an article published on August 21, claimed to have obtained a draft statement from ECOWAS mission in which the commission predicted violence in the electoral process. In an official statement, ECOWAS clarified that its pre-election or electoral missions did not publicly release findings, as these reports are confidential and intended solely for the president of the commission to assist in engagements with member states. The commission emphasized that at no point did it predict violence in Ghana's electoral process, labeling the Herald's report as a gross misrepresentation of the mission's procedures and findings. Now, I have a copy of a 4-page document that they issued. Probably read that during the show. But there's a lot of argument around this. If you go to Daily Guide, they are basically saying, quoting what ECOWAS said. The Herald is also insisting that ECOWAS is sort of like changing its
stance.
It's on the matter. And then they put the report on page 7. So if you go to page 7
The Herald.
of the newspaper, they have highlights of the, I think it's 4 or 5-page reports on Ghana's pre-election. The executive summary talks about Ghanaians going for the poll the 9th time since we returned to democracy. And then they say that this report was to assess the political environment, assess the level of preparedness for the electoral management body, and then engage with political actors and the rest of it. The key recommendations were about 5. Urgently deploy a high-level back-channel mission to engage the political stakeholders, especially the major presidential candidates, the police service, the EC, and the Supreme Court, to address some of the concerns and contentious issues raised in the report. And given the increasing political tension in the country, ECOWAS should deploy a team of long-term observers to follow the electoral process firsthand, on time, to provide early warning information that will inform timely decision-making and implementation of preventive diplomacy strategies. So they did raise some concern. Whether they wanted those concerns to be put on the front page of the newspaper or not, I do not know. But the key point is we have to be careful. Now, still on the election, the Catholic Standard has a very good story before Nathan comes in. So this is Bishop, the Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfi, Bishop of Sunyani and President of Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. He has called on the youth to avoid violence during the 2024 election. He said this during the celebration of the Feast of Assumption at Amamfoso near Nswatre in Sunyani. Quote, election is not a fight. The people we vote for are not our enemies, but the people who are on the ground seem not to understand certain things, and they engage in many violent actions in defense of those at the top. These political leaders are very friendly. This is true. Bishop Jemfi said the Christian Council, the Muslim leaders, and the National Peace Council have come to a consensus to talk to their faithful about peaceful elections and voting. Don't be a tool in the hands of politicians.
Yes.
He said, in view of this, the NCCE will be visiting each parish in the diocese to educate the Catholic faithful on the need for peaceful election. Bishop Matthew James, you're a big man. He's a big man.
Thank you for the word so sweet.
I tell you.
Well, talking about the election, the NDC will be launching its manifesto tomorrow. They are doing that at Winneba in the central region. And according to the Inquisitor, the event is expected to outdoor the party's official policy or line of policies and programs going forward should they get elected. John Dramani Mahama will be there, and of course a good chunk of the NDC's leadership will be there as well. In the Daily Graphic, they continue their constituency watch. They are looking at Cape Coast South, and they say the race is open for both the NDC and the NPP. Pages 16 and 17 for those who are interested.
All right, still on politics, Cynthia Morrison is going to contest or has declared the intention to contest Agona West as independent candidate. This is on Channel 1 News. And then there's an MPP's sort of reaction to this. So here's a story. MP, so she's a sitting MP for Agona West, Cynthia Morrison, has announced a decision to run as an independent candidate in the 2024 parliamentary elections. Now, the former Minister of Gender, Social Protection and Children made a declaration while engaging with her constituents saying, God willing, I'll be contesting the parliamentary election as an independent candidate. It is not about NDC, it's not about MPP. It's about the development of Agona. Now, this comes as she lost the primaries on Saturday, April 13, where she received 152 votes, while Christopher Arthur won with 240.
Right.
Despite this setback, she has been dedicated to the development of Agona West and urged her constituents to support her. Now, here's something she said that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
I don't care whether you vote for Mahama.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't care whether you vote for former President John Mahama or Vice President Dr. Bawumia.
Yeah.
But the most important thing
Yes.
is for you to vote massively for Cynthia Morrison so I can come and complete the work I started, she said. Meanwhile, the MPP, speaking through their general secretary, said they will engage her to see what can be done. So
that
this was,
story is on Channel 1 News.
you can give me that one.
Yeah. Yes, please. It says the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Kodua Frimpong, has expressed the party's intention to engage Cynthia Morrison following her announcement to contest the 2024 general elections as an independent candidate. This comes after the former Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Cynthia Morrison, announced her decision to contest the election as an independent candidate. So it has a code and the same background here, but the General Secretary is saying that as part of their decision to break the 8, it's in their interest to solve.
and then
patch all those
lastly,
differences.
in politics, there's a debate over a debate. Only in Ghana.
Whether or not.
So Citi Newsroom is reporting we are still engaging political parties on presidential debate. IEA, one of their 9-member committee, Dr. Amfrahim Dake speaking to Selom, said they are engaging the parties. And then Peter Baum Otokono, who's one of the manifesto leads of the party, basically says there's no need for a debate. So now we're going to debate whether we need a debate or not. And may the best debater win.
If you go to the Informer newspaper on page 3, PAC vindicates OSP as corruption rocks GES.
All right.
Now, the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament has vindicated the Office of the Special Prosecutor regarding investigations into some 188,000 CD financial loss caused to the state.
All right.
At its sitting on Wednesday, it was revealed that about 18 teachers in the Amancia Central Education Directorate of the GES were suspected to have engaged in some financial malfeasance by upgrading themselves via inappropriate means, leading to the loss. The Amancia Central District Education Director, Vincent Ben Ameyao, who made this disclosure before the committee, said an amount of 34,000 out of the total figure had so far been recovered.
Wow.
Now, the disclosure vindicates the OSP of its collaboration with the Controller and Accountant General's Department to get rid of ghost names on teachers' payroll, which was met with stiff opposition from uninformed persons.
Still on matters around money, this Trafigura story, Joy FM is leading with it to say that the Trafigura judgment, government terminated GPGC contract over a family feud. Now, this is the ranking member on Parliament's Energy Committee, John Abdullah Jinapo, is alleging that the president terminated the power purchase agreement between Trafigura's GPGC and the government to teach someone a lesson. According to him, someone has stepped on the president too. And where do you even find that to step on it? And as such, the contract was terminated to prove a point. Only for the MPP administration to turn around and sign a similar agreement with another company. Now, speaking on Joy FM on Thursday, he said, I'm telling you, that this termination was because of a family feud between some family members of the president on one hand and the other. And then the background is that Trafigura had seized Ghana's Regina House in London over $134 million judgment debt. They took over, and this is a very important commercial property in Ghana. And for 4 years, Trafigura has been unsuccessful in getting the government of Ghana to pay for the judgment debt awarded to the energy firm after the abrupt termination of a power purchase agreement. Now, when you listen to some of the people who have analyzed this, it's like Ghana really did a shoddy defense of this. Now, the Attorney General says it wasn't under my watch, it was happening before me. Now, Kwamna Donko of NDC is also saying it didn't make sense, and now Trafigura initially got a judgment in a London court, but they now went to the US, which awarded a mandatory interest on a default $111 million judgment, which means now we are paying 134. These are the issues on the table.
So somebody step on their toe.
This is figurative language.
I get
That's figure of speech.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So
But
if you're an English student listening and they say he stepped on Nathan's toe, what figure of speech is that?
Step is metaphor.
I don't know.
It's,
I'm just asking so that people know you answer. Let's go to the next story.
well,
it's
Kamala
definitely
Harris,
a figure of speech.
Yeah, Kamala Harris is saying she will aim to pass middle class tax cuts as president.
Oh, you are in the US. Let me give you one before I go to US. Let's go to Tema first. This one is serious. Chronicle page 2. Health crisis looms in Tema Community 2 following sewage collapse. Jesse Otto is reporting that an age-old sewage system serving the people of Tema Community 2 in the BBC area has collapsed, threatening a major health crisis. Now, the sewage, which was constructed several decades ago, has suffered collateral damage leading to severe flooding of raw sewage into homes. The failure of the outdated sewage system and a broken pumping station has caused pipelines to become blocked, with fecal matter threatening a health crisis in Tema Community 2 BBC area. This has created a dangerous and unbearable living condition for the affected families. Now, Municipal NADMO Director for Tema West, Michael Donlawe, explained the root of the crisis, attributing this to unauthorized construction partly. He revealed that many homes in the area were built directly on top of the sewage system chambers, worsening the blockage and outflow. People have built houses directly on top of the chambers. Now that the system is choked, smelly liquid waste is oozing into their homes.
Yo, bro.
Residents of the area have been suffering through these alarming conditions for years, with some reporting sewage invading their living spaces.
Yo.
Oh, Kwame Nkrumah's Temao.
Temao. This is the once glorious Temao.
And then there are issues of pumping station being stolen by scrap dealers, preventing waste from reaching the hole. Oh, Ghana.
It's a sad thing.
He expressed frustration, Municipal Director, over lack of cooperation from residents. Abba! Unless the system and pumping station are fixed, the liquid waste will continue to flood our homes. So what are they saying? They should get together and solve the problem. Okay. So this thing are the NADMO person and the residents are telling. What do they want us to do? You get my point. The NADMO person is there. The assembly is there. The residents are there.
They are explaining the problem for you.
See, I'm not saying they shouldn't report it. All the critical people to solve the problem are in the story. So what are they? They should just go and fix it.
They are explaining the problem.
The assembly is there.
Yes.
The NADMO is there.
Yes.
The residents association. They should just go together, have a meeting. You know,
we enjoyed the talk.
Okay.
Starlink to commence operations in Ghana by end of August. Stories on Channel 1 News. Starlink is to officially commence operations in Ghana by the end of this month, August 2024, according to a statement from the NCA. It announced that Starlink, the operator of Starlink satellite broadband, has completed all necessary administrative and licensing procedures with the regulator, paving the way for its official entry into the Ghanaian market to provide satellite broadband services in the country. Hopefully this will
we need more reliable internet at a cheaper price.
Yes.
The final one before you go to Kamala.
Guta others oppose New Shippers Act. This is on page 2 of the Finder. Now, the business community led by the Ghana Union of Traders Association has appealed to the president not to assent to the Ghana Shippers Authority Act 2024 until critical issues raised by stakeholders are resolved. In a statement signed by Guta's president, Dr. Joseph Obin, concerns were expressed over the lack of consultation with the business community on key aspects of the act, particularly the registration of shippers and shipping service providers.
Let's end with Kamala.
Yes. And Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris said in her Democratic National Convention speech on Thursday that as president, she will aim to pass a middle-class tax cut. Harris said her opponent, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, was not concerned about the middle class. Quote, instead of the Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans, she said in a speech without giving further details.
Okay.
Now, she argued that the Republican former president's plan for tariffs will serve as a price hike. So a lot of
Bring it on. Let's have the debate.
Yeah, man.
Let's see how it goes.
Yes, sir. That was the newspaper review. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Nathan.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. I want time where you can't park where I don't hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
My buddy, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out there your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out there your side. And when you dream, no say I live by you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
It's time for the business news, and Nashika Caesar is here to serve you the City Business News, which is brought to you by Guel and MTN. Good Energy brings you Guel Super XP, the ideal choice for your for most vehicles. It's flowing wow. Many Guel stations in the country. Just go fill up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Guel Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel, and it's suitable for most vehicles. Guel Super XP, Ufilia, Ube Filisa. Guel Good Energy, and what can you remember from 15 years ago? Think back to all those moments. Momo has been there for you. Guess what? We are 15 years old. From the very first time you send money to a loved one, to paying your bills effortlessly, or enjoying the peace of mind that comes with secure, safe, and reliable transactions. It's been an amazing journey so far. Now get ready for some mouth-watering offers as we celebrate Momo at 15. Look out for market storms and floats near you and win some mind-blowing prizes. Thank you, Ghana, for doing this with us. Download the My Momo app on App Store or Google Play Store and just Momo it everywhere you go. Saying good morning to Nashika Caesar.
Good morning, Caleb.
How are you doing?
I'm well. You're very hyper this morning.
Yeah, it's
good
good to see you. It's
Likewise.
Friday.
It is
And
Friday.
it's time for business.
That's correct. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil and Access Bank. My name is Nashi Kasiza. Coming up, Global President of Group Indum, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, accuses government of intentionally mishandling assets of the defunct GN Bank. Also coming up, Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation Company Limited credits gold for oil program as being instrumental in averting fuel shortages. And later, Chamber of Bulk Oil Distribution maintains that Sage Petroleum and Blue Ocean Investments Limited are Ghanaian companies registered to participate in the cylinder recirculation model. Let's settle for the details of our stories now. The global president of Group Indum, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, has accused the government of deliberately mismanaging the assets of the defunct GN Bank. Despite the bank's license being revoked during the 2019 banking sector cleanup, Dr. Indum believes the government should have safeguarded the bank's properties. He spoke at a recent press briefing in Accra.
Some of them that they walked away from, some people have gone to break into them, the glass, or even climb through the ceiling to take things from there. There's nothing there. They've left them. And I keep asking, even if the state had seized those things from us, is that how you would treat state property all over the country? So today I'm also asking, where are all the vehicles? What have they done with them? Those places that we rented that they have taken the things from, where are those things? And if you have computer 5 years, it's obsolete. But where are they? If a car sits for 5 years, not moving, what happens to it? And some people have also gone into those buildings to rent them to other people. Who gave them the authority to rent those properties?
Dr. Papakwesi Indum also criticized former Finance Minister Dr. Ken Ofori-Atta for his insensitivity towards the more than 7,000 employees who lost their jobs as a result of the cleanup.
Some of his people said, oh, there is this company called Data Bank. It is owned by Ken Ofori-Atta, and they have been involved in some deal called Obutan, which involved SNIT and the people's money. And they said that they had done something illegal, so they need to put it as part of the agenda, some prosecution and maybe getting rid of the company. You know what, Professor Mills? He said, I don't care about Ken Ofori-Atta, but I do care about his employees, his customers, and whatever contribution that he is making to this economy. So leave him alone. Did you hear that anything had happened to Ken Ofori-Atta and Data Bank during Professor Tamil's time? Nothing. He left them. Not because he loved Ken Ofori-Atta, but he loved the people, the employees, the customers. That is what a well-meaning leader, that's how they think.
You hear the global president for Group Indum, Dr. Papakwesi Indum, speaking there. Now, the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distribution is insisting that Sage Petroleum and Blue Ocean Investments Limited are Ghanaian companies that have registered to participate in the yet-to-be-rolled-out cylinder recirculation model. The Chamber's insistence comes amidst recent concerns by the Liquefied Petroleum Gas LPG Marketers Association of Ghana on accusations that the National Petroleum Authority has granted license to 2 foreign companies to begin retailing LPG directly to consumers. LPG Marketers Association of Ghana opposed the development, citing unfair competition. However, the chamber at a press briefing stressed the contributions of the 2 companies to the local petroleum downstream sector, adding that they invested in a bottling plant facility ahead in response to the recirculation model. Moving on, the managing director of the Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation Company Limited, BOST, Dr. Edwin Alfred Provençal, has strongly asserted that a gold for oil program has been instrumental in preventing potential fuel shortages similar to those currently affecting Nigeria. He emphasized that the program has proven its effectiveness since its inception, countering skepticism for some industry analysts who have called for its discontinuation. Speaking to Citi Business News, Dr. Provençal highlighted the positive impact of the program on economic growth, underscoring its crucial role in stabilizing fuel supply in the country.
The Forex responds to a lot of stimuli, different stimuli. But in a nutshell, The gold for oil has been extremely successful because without the gold for oil, I'm sure you know what is happening in Nigeria now. Without the gold for oil, there would have been serious shortages in this country. And prices of fuel products would have gotten to about 35 or 40 cedis. But guess what? Gold for oil has ensured that even though the prices are a little bit on the high side, the fuel is available as compared to some of our neighboring countries. The fuel is available, and we've never had to queue for fuel. And prices are below the prices that we have observed in November 2022. So yes, the gold for oil has been very successful, and I hope until we get hold of the economy, I hope it continues.
Dr. Edwin Alfred Provençal is the Managing Director of the Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation Company Limited, BOST. Now, on the Forex market today, the dollar could be sold to you at 15 cedis 85 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis 30 pesos, and the euro at 17 cedis 10 pesos. And that's all for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN Goil and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for your time.
Hey, is that Kuku? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kakra, investment kakra, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugapa?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nine after 7. Just gone by, Nashika Caesar served as the Citi Business News, brought to us by Goil and Fidelity Bank. Very shortly, we'll bring you Business Edition. By popular request, we'll bring you that insightful conversation presentation that the chief farmer of Agric, Nana Ewusi Echao, had at KNUST last week, Monday. Brilliant rice farmer who is doing amazing things. Get closer to your radio set for that in a jiffy. In the meantime, which new exclusive estate has been built around a central green park with all the family amenities you deserve, including a private movie theater, pedal tennis court, and more than you imagined? The answer is Akea by Trasaco. Trasaco, the leading residential developers that brought you Villaggio, Primavera, and Trasaco Valley, are set to redefine suburban living in Pantine with the new residential project called Akaya by Trasaco. Akaya by Trasaco has just broken ground on phase 1 of this master planned estate. Here's your chance to join the exclusive Trasaco family. Visit akayabytrasaco.com for more information. Now, this long vacation, beginning the 15th of July to 15th of September, we are giving your children and wards the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program, where they gain valuable work experience. All you need to do is to sign up your children or wards.
Wait, only good things they call me.
For the kids, those who are below 12, you sign them up for the kids Kids First account. For those between 13 to 17, you send them up for the Me First account. Make an initial deposit of 300 Ghana cedis in their account and apply for the First Bank Ghana internship program. They get to experience an exciting 5-day internship at any of our branches and participate in an essay writing competition. It has attractive cash prizes as well. Find out more about the First Bank Ghana Junior Internship Program. Please call 0596 921 921. Email firstsolutions@firstbankgroup.com. First Bank Ghana, you first. Now, are you ready to be a millionaire in town? Telecel More Money promo is giving you an opportunity. Lucky winners will win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis in a weekly draw. No matter where you are in the country, are you ready? 1 million Ghana cedis, the grand prize up for grabs. It could be you. You simply reload your mobile using Telecel Cash Wallet and be part of the daily and weekly draw where you could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis. If you purchase data or airtime using your Telecel Cash Wallet, you double your chances. You make payments onto your fixed broadband. You also give yourself a chance to be the next millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Opt in for free, dial star 500 hash or send win to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. It's a promo that's regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T's apply. Telecel, connecting energies. Are you ready for that insightful presentation by Nana Ewusi Echao? We're talking about Agric. It's a gold mine. Huge opportunities there. He was very frank about the challenges as well. So grab your pen and a notepad. Let's get into it. In the meantime, this morning, power your morning. Power your dreams. Grab the latest new exciting chocolate beverage out there from the producers of Cowbell. We call it Twitsco. It's a chocolate food drink with a blend of premium cocoa powder enriched with Enefort. It's available in 20G, can be found at your nearest neighborhood store in a delightful red sachet for only 1 CD, 80 pesos. Start your day with a cup of great tasting Twitsco. Power your dream. Now imagine launching your career, starting your own business, or embarking on advanced studies within 6 months of graduation. At Ashesi, that's nearly every graduate's reality. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and they are leading successful careers. Regardless of what you choose to study, an Ashesi education gives you a strong foundation for life. So visit ashesi.edu.gh to learn more about the Ashesi Advantage. Remember, admission is ongoing. 14 after 7, and we are ready to take Nana Ewusi. The king, the chief farmer of Agro Kings, right? Nana Ewusi, his other name has run away. But enjoy this presentation. We'll be right back.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Today, I have to share a few thoughts with you. It may interest you to know I am not that old, for some of you who may be curious. I am still under 35. And today, I have received a prophecy that the billionaires in other countries started when they were young. And as my future is bright today, I want to extend that brightness to you all as well by sharing with you a bit about my journey. And then I'll talk to you and encourage you a bit about why agriculture is the way for you to go as well. Like I said, I went to Prempeh College, that's affiliation to Kumasi as well. For all the Opokuwari prisoners, Opokuwari students, seek better schools or better grades next time. But I went to Prempeh College sometime 2000. And I graduated from Prempeh College. I did some work at the American Embassy for my internship period. And then I decided to higher education, which is university outside the country. So I went to Calvin University, which is in Grand Rapids, Michigan in the US. And then upon graduation, which was May of 2012, I had a job on Wall Street in New York. And after being on Wall Street for 3 days, I decided that it was time to come back home. The reason was simple. I realized very quickly that a lot of the people who I had met had plans of coming back to Ghana after about 4 years or 5 years. And most of the time, 10 years later, 15 years later, they are still looking to come back to Ghana. And so I realized, looking into my future, it's better I take the leap now than wait 5 years or 10 years. And so 1st August 2012, I moved to Ghana. I started looking for job opportunities here in Ghana. I started with accounting, PwC. I was there also for about 2 or 3 days. And then one of the partners there gave me a prophecy. He said, you look like the type of person who one day PwC must come and look for you for their business. Little did he know that he had struck a chord in me. And since then, I left, and then I started work with a real estate company. So I have a real estate background. For most of you who may not know, this is an e-learning center. So my background is actually in computer science and information systems. In fact, I learned from a conversation yesterday with some agricultural students that it looks like most of us in the agriculture department, the faculty of agriculture, stumbled on it. It was not a conscious decision for people to come into the faculty of agriculture. Some people who were pursuing engineering or who were pursuing medicine, who that school was full, then they ended up pushing some of the people into agriculture. It's not a bad thing. Consider it a great blessing, and I'll share with you why. You are where once you are good at math and once you are good at science, people assume that you must then go into medical school or to engineering. So I wanted to go into aeronautical engineering, and I quickly realized that Ghana doesn't have Ghana Airways working. What's the point in me studying aeronautical engineering if Ghana didn't have Ghana Airways working? And so at that point, I switched in my second year to pursue computer science and information systems with business in addition, because I realized that most of the time, the bosses of the tech people were businessmen. So I said, where I'm coming from in Ghana, people study under trees. So if I've come to the US where everything is cool, I better, put my seatbelt on and then study hard. So I graduated with a computer science and information systems and business degree with a minor in engineering. Now, how did I then stumble on Agric? I had a good friend of mine from Prempeh College who had studied Agric engineering. I believe he had done it at Legon. Power to Legon. So I believe he had done it in Legon. He told me, look, Nana, we need to don't just focus on real estate. You need to consider agriculture. Agriculture is the future. I didn't fully understand what he meant. So what I then did is I started investing a little bit in it. I gave him some money. You should start a maize farm. But little did I know, maybe it's because he didn't come to tech. When he told me he was on the farm, he was actually at home. So eventually, please, my security will be intact after the service. So please spare me for today. But so we started with about 15 acres of a maize farm. It didn't go very well because really there was an absence of the leadership on the farm. And one of the things you realize very quickly in Ghana that when you're doing agriculture, please don't do it while you're absent. As much as possible, be present. So I started with that maize farm. Then I moved on to doing some cattle rearing. I bought about 16 cows. We imported them from the north to the Akuse-Suchari area. I bought them young. The business plan was that buy them while they are about a year old and then grow them for till about they are 2 years or 3 years, and then you sell them. That was the business plan. It wasn't complicated. However, the complexity was in the person who was managing the farm. Because what happened is, one day I asked him to separate my 16 cows for me, and when he separated it, I counted 13. I said, "Okay, please, where are the 3? He said, "Oh, the day I was calling you that you didn't pick. In fact, the cow went to graze and 3 didn't come back." I said, wow, on this day, me no want Punkwanta, yapai. So that was the end of my cattle rearing journey, and I continued to pursue my real estate efforts. I went into a community in Asuchware where I met the chief. The chief then said, look, Nana, you should try the rice my people are growing. And in fact, at the time, I was a consumer of Gino rice. So when he said I should try the rice his people were growing, I decided to pick it up. I tried it, and honestly, it was better than even the Gino I was consuming. It was at that point I decided that, look, let us do something about this. Let's not just talk about change in Ghana. Let's not just complain about what's going on in Ghana, but let's see what we can do about it. So I told this chief that, Chief, why don't I support some people in your town or in your community to be able to grow this rice and grow it at scale? Long story short, I started with 2 farmers, and that was when the first Nanes rice was born. When we finished that, the plan was not to produce Nanes rice. The plan was just to help him to grow rice in his community, and then he would give me 1 bag to eat in my own house. I was thinking about sustenance farming. I was not thinking about commercial scale. The plan was just to support the community in growing their rice. Fast forward, I was waiting for my money after the rice had been grown, and they told me that the woman is going to the market to sell. When she finishes selling, she'll bring me the money. I said, which market is she going that I can't go myself? So at that point, I realized that, no, please give me some bags and let me also go and see in the market if I'm able to sell. I packaged the product in Nanes rice bag, and in about 2 hours, I had sold about 35 bags just on WhatsApp. And it was at that point I realized there's a business in here. Fast forward, I then began to look for, so I started working with 2 farmers. I then went on to work with about 25 farmers. The following year, I started working with about 300 farmers. But at the point I was working with about 25 farmers, going to visit all their farms was very difficult because, of course, the road infrastructure wasn't the best. So whenever you are going, it takes me almost a week to visit 25 farmers. And I realized that wasn't sustainable because what was happening is when people eat the rice, they really liked it. So I needed to continue to expand and grow. So the goal was to get to 100 farmers. So we said, look, let's go look for a piece of land where I can find about 100 or 1,000 acres. In fact, my plan was 100 acres, so that I can move all my farmers to this land to go and farm for me, and then we'll take the rice and then sell it to the market. We started that. On my way to this 100-acre lot, I found a very big farm, which I'll talk about a little later. So when I got in front of the chiefs, the chiefs asked me, how much land do I want? And I said, how much land do you have? They said they have 20,000. I said, if you have 20,000, then give me 10,000. And this is how I ended up with 10,000. In fact, I went to that meeting with my dad and my mom because, you see, the chiefs did not respect young men. At the time, I was about 27. And at 27, of course, there was not even gray in my beard. My beard was still being grown. So no chief was respecting me. So when I went to the meeting with my parents, in fact, when I said 10,000, my father asked me, said, Nana, how do you intend to? I said, don't worry, let us get the land first. The rest we'll figure it out. So we proceeded and we took 10,000 acres, and today we even have a lot more than 10,000 acres on which we are currently cultivating a little over 1,500 acres. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2.5 years, it is my pleasure to tell you that Agro Kings is not only a wholly Ghanaian-owned company, but we also are currently the largest commercial-scale rice farm in the country. And in fact, I'm not excited that we are the largest commercial-scale rice farm because it's not enough. Really, even if I grow on 10,000 acres and we are cultivating all of it, I cannot feed Accra alone because we are importing a lot of rice and we are growing our population exponentially. However, I have started my little one in my corner. Thankfully, because of our Happy program, in fact, I met Honorable Dan Kwe. I think we spoke about Happy program almost about a month ago. And from that meeting, we realized that we can do a lot more with our smallholder farmers beyond 300 smallholder farmers. I'm sure by September, we would have about 5,000 smallholder farmers within our network who we are supporting not only in our area, but now in the Volta region, in OT region, and also even in the Eastern region. And I'm very excited about this Happy program. In fact, it was at that program that I heard about this program. I was supposed to actually be out of the country today for a week. But when he said I should be here, I said, what can I say than to serve the cause? And so for you, I'm here. When we finish, I can deal with my flights tomorrow morning. So hopefully there will be no delays at the airport. But I'm very happy to be here with you. But I don't want to talk too much about me. I want to talk about you. Today we have a real situation on our hands. We have a very, very real situation. I want to share with you why I think that situation is very real. Because for me, you can find out things about me or about us or our farm. Whenever you come to the farm, we'll be happy to receive you. In fact, Pineapple is here. Who was at Tech? Pineapple, are you in the room? Is Pineapple here? Yes, Pineapple is in the back. Oh, no, she's outside. Is Berry here? Oh, Pineapple is in the back. Thank you. Please, that's my principal farm manager at the back. She's called Pineapple. That's Nipa Nameka Nwasemu. That is Pineapple in the back. I can see Berry as well in the back. Yes, that's Berry as well in the back. She's the head of our mechanization. She's the small lady you saw get out of that very big harvester. She's actually the one who leads all our mechanization efforts, and she's a female who graduated right from here, from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. In fact, I'm sure Carrot is watching online because she couldn't be here. She had to be on the farm to be able to fulfill an order. I mean, by God's grace, last week we got an order for 5,000 bags of rice, which is going to be delivered to the Eastern region. And so Carrot had to stay back to be able to be there, but Carrot also is a product of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science. Now, I'm not talking about fruits. These are human beings. Caleb is giving me feedback. So on our farm, because of the size of our farm, we don't actually call ourselves by name. So if you got on the farm, you would hear people call Passion. My name is Passion for passion fruit. When you get there, you see in fact, this is an architect. She's our business architect. She's a certified architect from Central University. We will not say it loud. So she's an architect who is now turned a farmer, and she helps all our business efforts, and she's no longer called Charlotte on the farm. We call her Eduaba. So you realize that on our farm, when you come, you seek to become a fruit, or you seek to become, we have people called carrot, cashew. We are all kinds of fruits there. Two things. One, we are young and we enjoy what we do. We love what we do. But on a farm our size, if I call Nana, please come, there are multiple Nanas on the farm. So you are able to call you or identify ourselves uniquely by some of these names. On our farm, we work out twice a week. Around 5:30 in the morning, you see us going jogging, you see us doing aerobics. These are all things we do on our farm to keep ourselves excited. In fact, we travel a lot. Every year, as a company and as a team, we traveled. 2 years ago, we were in Rwanda, and then we went to Dubai. Last year, we were in Thailand, chilling. So we do both enjoyment. So, and I'm not going myself. In fact, these are not cunningly devised fables. I'm not telling you what is not. Like I said, Pineapple is there. In fact, a bit of my team was here when we learned that we're coming to Kumasi. Thankfully, 2 months ago, we by God's grace, we were able to sign Melcom. So now we have nationwide distribution through Melcom. And so we decided, look, if I'm coming to Kumasi, then I should come to Kumasi with part of the team. So we've been in Edum and Santase at the Melcoms, then Opoku Trading, just trying to, let people know that Nanes Rice is in Kumasi now as well. And so we're there this weekend. So a lot of my team, about 16 or 17 of them are here. So if any of you think anything I'm saying is a lie, when you finish, you can go and see them. And they can also show you their passport and pictures on their phone on us chilling in Thailand. So to the real issue that we have, hey, I'm coming to say some things that may be a little hard, but they are very necessary for us to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, in this country, our food systems are controlled by foreigners, and that is a problem. I'll give you an example. There's a company called Tropo Farms, which is run by a German man, and no offense to them. But Tropo Farms is the one that feeds Ghana a lot of the tilapia we consume. Tropo Farms sells tilapia, 50 tons of tilapia a day. That's almost 2 million cedis of sales every day. In fact, a bullion van goes to their warehouse to pick up the money and send it to the bank. 2 million Ghana a day. Fish farming, tilapia alone, Volta catch. There's a company called Golden Exotic Farms. Golden Exotic Farms is actually the farm I was going through on my way to meet our chiefs. And when you get to Golden Exotic Farms, it's about a 13,000 acre farm. They are producing banana. they export almost all the banana to Europe. Almost 40 containers of banana are exported out of this country every single day. And that is not run by a Ghanaian, that's a French company. We're looking at Ranan Fish Feed. Ranan Fish Feed is an Israeli guy who came to Ghana and has come to build our fish feed. And this is the one who is feeding a lot of our fish farming communities. Where are the Ghanaians? Where are the Ghanaians? Where are the youth? If any of these foreigners today or tomorrow decide that, look, we are done with Ghana, or the next generation of these people decide that they don't want to continue their efforts in Ghana, what then happens to the tilapia that we have so grown this amazing taste for? And so it's important for us to realize that our food systems in this country need to also be controlled by Ghanaians. Even a fufu pounding machine is made by Chinese. In fact, the commercial scale one that is being sold today is being done by Chinese, and that is a problem. We have people who are from this faculty of agriculture, apart from faculty of agriculture, across the country, where we could be producing our own fufu pounding machine. Why not? By now, and I'll talk a bit about our opportunities, but I wanted to tell us some things. So these are what I call keynotes to note. So one is that our food systems are controlled by foreigners, and we need to take charge of that. Number two, money follows successful innovation. Money follows successful innovation. And it's important, sometimes when we talk about the concept of innovation, most people assume innovation means technology. Innovation is not just about technology, it's not limited to technology. Innovation basically is a new method or a new way of doing things, it's a new idea or it's a new device. There are different types of things that come under the umbrella of innovation. And it's important for us to realize that money follows successful innovation. Some of us should therefore stop seeking money. We are happy about money, and money does make a difference. In fact, poverty never made any impact. Money makes a difference. However, we do not pursue money. You need to pursue the decision to solve problems. Why did I decide to come to Ghana? I recognize that this country is a developing nation. This country needs me a lot more than the United States of America. This country needs me a lot more than the UK. Because there is a reason why I was born and bred here. I can understand the language of my people. I can understand the challenges of my people. And it is therefore important that I come here and help my people to solve our own problems. There's a problem we have on the farm called bird scaring. In fact, when you grow rice, one of your biggest challenges apart from water is that birds can come and eat all your rice. And then your harvest is finished. And you ask yourself, how are developing nations able to solve this particular problem? In fact, in Brazil, they've solved the problem. In Thailand, they've solved the problem. In China, they've solved the problem. So you ask yourself, why is it that in Ghana, we've not been able to solve the problem with their solution? And the reason is simple. The birds that eat the rice in Ghana, their variety is only in Ghana. And so if a Ghanaian does not understand that bird and seek to solve that problem, the Chinese man's solution will not work for us. And so it's important for us to recognize that there are certain problems in this country that if we put our minds to solving it, that is where the money flows. Because I thank God, we are not poor. We are not impoverished as a nation. In fact, we are very rich. Honorable Dan said it. Said the greatest resource in this country is not gold. It's not lithium. It is us. Because like he said, you see, what it means is that Mark Zuckerberg can buy Ghana and all of us in it with our productivity, and you will still have change. It's a serious matter. When an individual can write the check the whole country is seeking from IMF, it should send you a message. And this is the vision of one man. The difference that one man or one woman can make in this country, and I hope that that person is currently under the sound of my voice, because you can make that difference. We need to recognize as a country very quickly, very, very quickly, a decision. Look, if you ever go anywhere, I'm not encouraging you can buy Nanes rice, you can buy a Vivi rice, you can buy Striker Gold, whichever brand you want, it doesn't matter. But you and I need to commit to start buying local. The reason is simple. Look, even if, in all due respect, even if you don't buy my rice, I don't get a problem. The reason is this. We actually currently export our rice even to China. We export to Belgium. We export to Germany. We export to the US. We export to the UK. In fact, when our rice got to China, one company came to see us and said, I want to take your rice and sell it in 800 stores in Shanghai alone. Shanghai. And then you wonder, China, where most of us import from, we are exporting to. So if it's left to me alone, I no get problem. But you will be my problem, and this is why. Every day you actually buy an imported product, you have bought your own job. You have substituted your birthright for small food you eat. Let me explain. You see, if you got to a store and you saw a Vivi rice, I'm not even going to say Nana's rice, you saw a Vivi rice and then you saw Gino rice. No offense to Gino, in fact, GB Foods, they are my friends. And you decide to buy Gino, this is what you have done. That product came from Thailand. So you have bought what is going to enrich the Thailand economy, not your Ghanaian economy. The margin of the rice to the person who is selling it at the store is not much. Oftentimes, it's less than 10%. So if you bought a product worth 100 Ghana, only 10 cedis may stay in the pocket of the person who is at the store. However, if you bought the same 100 cedis and you bought a Vivi rice, this is what you have done. For instance, on our farm today, we employ a little over 400 people. When you buy a Vivi rice, for instance, the 400 people who depend on our rice to sell are now will continue to have a job. This is how you create sustainable jobs. It's not magic. And we need to commit to doing this today. It's not about the government. It's not about PFJ or PFJ 2.0, 5.0, or 7.2. We all need to make a conscious effort and conscious decision to actually buy locally. Because every decision to buy imported product, you have imported poverty and you have exported value and you have exported jobs. And I hope that even from today, most of us will commit and stop the activity of exporting all our jobs out of the country and importing poverty to ourselves. And then when we finish, we sit on radio and complain that the country is not moving forward. We are the ones preventing the country from moving forward. And this day, may we all say we have repented. May it be as you have said unto yourselves. Because there are certain challenges in this country that we cannot ignore. Our currency is fluctuating. When we started business, the dollar to the cedi was about 4 cedis. Today, I have to check to be able to say, but we are above 15, almost at 16. How does one do business this way? Apart from our currency fluctuation issues you have, our population is growing so fast, we don't have enough jobs to support the growth of our population. We need jobs in this country. We need companies to be established. We need companies to be successful. Beyond that, we have to stop being an import-driven economy. We all have to stop being an import. And for us to be able to do some of these things depend on us. And I'll share with you a bit about how we can do that. We lack technical skills. In fact, for some of us who are currently in SHS, some of us who are in university, most of us even graduated from Agric engineering. Most of us should go straight to a technical institution. Let us go and learn how to weld. Let us go and learn how to make a plow. From today, I hope that a year from now, we will come to this session seeing that there are products lined up made by Ghanaians from this university. I want to see a made in Ghana plow. I want to see a made in Ghana weed cutting machine. There's a machine called a grass cutting machine. You only use a thread in it and it rotates. Why is this machine imported from China? Where are the youth? We have a real issue we need to solve. We need to grow our technical skills. It's not about, you can have more degrees than a thermometer. It does not, that degree or that certificate does not translate to money. Solve the problem. When I need to build a warehouse, almost 1,200 square meter warehouse, I am struggling to find somebody to build it. Why? Are there no competent welders in this country who can use something as simple as a water level machine so that by the time I'm done with my warehouse, it's not slanted? I was staying in a hotel in Kumasi 2 days ago, and I saw a building. In fact, the building is not safe. It's not. In fact, the column, I'm a builder, so permit me, the column that's supposed to, it's actually wood. And when you check, in fact, most of us, in this country, buying Land Cruiser is a very, very normal action. When you go to a country like Thailand, that is actually very rich. The whole Thailand does not have more than 300 Land Cruisers in the country. There are not more than 300 Land Cruisers in that entire country. In fact, the people who use Land Cruiser, they have a WhatsApp group. And then in Ghana, there's an abundance of them. And guess what? When your Land Cruiser actually breaks down, you give it to a mechanic who probably didn't go to the university. True or false? So you give $100,000 asset to somebody who didn't even spend $10,000 on their education. What do you expect? We need to be serious. Look, there's the harvester, the orange harvester you saw, the Valtra harvester. When it needs to be serviced, we need to bring the technician from South Africa to Ghana, a white man. Where are my Agric engineering students? Where are my mechanics? We are talking about digital solutions. Why is there not an app where when my machine is fault, I can put it on there and some Ghanaian can pick that up, drive to my farm and solve the problem? Why is this not the case? I have a backhoe that has been parked on the farm since last week Saturday till now because you are waiting for a Frenchman to come and work on it. May this not continue to be our story. So a big problem we have in this country as well is we lack technical skills. The practical skills, they are not there yet. And in fact, thanks to the Happy program, I was in Eastern region in a different light because now I went into the Eastern region working with some farmers from the Eastern region. And I got there and I had about 10 district Agric leaders who were in the room and they were talking about their respective districts to us and how we can support them. And about 5 of the 10 clearly told me that in my community, we used to grow a lot of cocoa, but now because of Galamsey, it has changed. The polluting of our water bodies is not a political issue. It's a personal issue for every young person in this country. In fact, never look on your screen and say, Galamsey, let it pass, because this is an issue, let the politicians deal with it. Because simple River Pra, which had potential to house fish, today, all those fish have left because of the pollution to these water bodies. On our farm, we harvest rainwater. So, for those of you who are familiar with Accra, rainwater that comes from Afienya ends up on our farm, it's harvested before its overflow goes into the Volta Lake. The water that we harvest there, if it does not rain in Ghana for 2 years, we will be able to grow rice for those 2 years. So we have built in a system that harvests natural rainwater, harvests that water into a dam and then into a lagoon, and that's how we irrigate our entire farm. So let there be drought in the country, feel free to come to us, we'll have rice available for you. This is a talk about innovation and a talk about how we can use things that are happening naturally to be able to support and help ourselves. But even this rainwater, I actually purify the water before I use it on our vegetable farm, because you have a vegetable farm as well. This water I purify before I put on my vegetable crops. The townspeople drink from what I purify before I even use to feed the plants. So you see a big problem there. There's not even clean water available for them. Thankfully now we have been able to provide them with a borehole. We've set up a reverse osmosis system, so we provide clean water in the community. But it tells you, this is even my harvested rainwater, I do not consider it clean enough for the people to drink. Much more in communities who depend on some of these natural river bodies to be able to give ourselves the very important nutrient called water. We need to take the polluting of our water bodies seriously. It's not an issue for politics. It's an issue that you and I need to start thinking about how to solve. I don't know, maybe there's some innovation around being able to take some of this water and then repurposing it for our own consumption or for the growth of our own crops. But we need to start looking into it. But I don't want to only talk about problems. In fact, there are more advantages in this country than there are problems. I'll tell you some. The country is now developing. What that means is a small innovation. I told you, 2.5 years ago, the only Agric science I have is the one I had from JHS before BEC. That's my Agric science background. Post that, everything I do today about rice production, I learned on the field. and I learned through training programs. And so it's actually possible. And now, how does somebody who studied computer science and information systems 3 years later become the largest scale commercial rice farmer? And the reason is simple, because this country is now developing. And so if you are willing and ready to put on your seatbelt and work hard, I can guarantee you your success will not be very difficult. The country does not have that many. In fact, I don't know of a locally manufactured plow company. I don't know of a locally manufactured grass cutting equipment. So for some of us, we need to take some of these innovations seriously so that we do not continue to import all these things from outside. We begin to produce them for our own people. Beyond that, the voter lake and the blessing of the voter lake. I went to, I had a team from South Africa who visited the farm. They were looking to do rice, they were looking to do tomato farming around where I was farming. And then we took a trip. He said, I want to see, Nana, show me where the voter lake is. When we went and we saw it, he said, Nana, if 35 of my friends from South Africa come here, this voter lake will run dry. He cannot understand how we have this amazing resource of a voter lake spanning different regions, and yet there are very few farms on that lake. Beyond that, Ghana has used less than 10% of our arable lands. Another South African man came to me. He wanted to do livestock farming. In fact, the sheep and the goat were going to take a plane from South Africa to Ghana. And I asked him, is it still profitable? I said, oh, the way Ghanaians eat, it will be very profitable. Even when the goats get an air ticket, it will still make financial sense. He said he wanted to come and see our land that was available for him to be able to, because if he grows the livestock, he needs to be able to grow the raw material to feed the livestock. So he wanted to see where he could potentially grow some maize and soya. We drove all the way from Accra to Nkransa. In fact, we flew to Kumasi, then drove from the airport to Nkransa and back. When we arrived at Nkransa, the guy said he doesn't need to get down. I said, you made us leave Accra to Nkransa. Get down and let's go and check. I said he doesn't need to get down. I said, what is the reason? He said, look, Nana, from where I'm sitting, it is evident that the land that is there is very fertile. So the weeds that are growing on it show that the nutrients X, Y, and Z are all in the soil. He doesn't need to get down to conduct a soil test. He can come and do the project here. And then he told me, he said, it is criminal for this country to import any food. Those words have stuck with me. He said, it is criminal for Ghana to import any food. With all the kinds of arable lands we have here, we should not be the ones importing food. And this is possible because here we are in Africa. Raw material availability, abundance of it. Look, we are exporting raw cocoa and importing chocolate. We are operating, the whole country is probably getting about $2 billion from the cocoa that we export. One company that is producing chocolate and exporting to Ghana alone is probably making that $2 billion. Some of them are family-owned companies. So the whole country is feeding one family. What stops us here from producing our own chocolate? What stops us here from processing and adding value to all the cocoa that we produce in this country? So that we go from the $2 billion economy and enjoy the $100 billion that the chocolate industry has for us. Talk about cashew production. We have a cashew product, roasted cashew, honey-coated cashew. Some of them may be in the foyer when you finish if you wanted to grab some. And you ask yourself, there are Indians who can speak Twi just because of cashew. They have left their country and they live in Ghana collecting all the, as I speak, I think they are about to leave. Because between May and about August, they are here, resident, buying all our cashew and exporting it. Where are the Ghanaians? What stops us from being able to roast our own cashew to consume by ourselves? And here we are enjoying on TikTok. Think about the weather in Ghana. The weather that we have, all year-round farming is possible here. We are able to not only grow rice in the rainy season, or we don't have snow here. Throughout the year, we're actually able to produce. The country China, the country Thailand, they only have 1 year of rice production. And yet, they are the third or fourth largest rice producers to the country, to the world. Where is Ghana? So the youth need to recognize that the benefits that we have on this continent, the benefits that we have in this country, look at the market of Africa. We have 1.3 billion people as a market. It is more than America and UK combined. Your market can be only in Africa. You don't need to produce anything to export. You can produce it to sell to our own people because the market is here. If you look at even a country like Nigeria, more than 70% of the population is under 35. What does that mean? The future of the country is yet to come. It's not about the population you see today. There are mouths to feed. So we need to work around innovation. We need to change. Youth of Kumasi, youth of Ghana, let's not, after this session, enjoy and consider it business as usual. Let's build this country. Let's feed our future. Let's solve our own problems. Let's innovate. Let's innovate. Let's innovate and make money while we build our own nation.
I can see the one for you.
Powerful presentation. Nana Ewusi Echao. He's the chief farmer with Agro Kings. They are behind Nana Rice. Says it's criminal for Ghana to be importing food. He was the keynote speaker at the Happy program.
I can see
That took place at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, organized by Agri Impact and MasterCard Foundation. We'll be discussing this, so share your thoughts with us. Let us know what you think about this conversation and the charge that Nana Ewusi Echao is giving us when we import food, we import poverty and export jobs. The WhatsApp line is 0549 986 996 0549 986 996.
I'm gonna get me some love.
Get into kickoff shortly. Nathan will be here to serve you sports. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho and Zonda. Are you ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to prosperity? Are you ready to watch your investments grow with confidence? The Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is your best option. With Lesheho's Fixed Deposit Solution, you are not just investing, you're making your money work harder for you. So you just watch your wealth grow. Don't settle for average returns. Join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution and take charge of your financial future. Call us now 02700 4799. WhatsApp us on 02700 4733 to learn more. Invest wisely. Let's share whole. Let's improve life. Now, in a world where dreams are the driving force, one company stands out as the hope of transformation. Zonda Ghana Limited, your one-stop shop for quality trucks such as Shantui bulldozers, excavators, graders, payloaders, rollers, TX trucks, and oil tanks, all made and assembled right here in Ghana. At Zonda Ghana Limited, we do not only create opportunities and empower people, we provide top-notch after-sales services for all your heavy and light duty trucks and machineries. So visit us today at any of our 7 branches around the country, and also at the head office of the Tema Aplao Road, close to the Free Zones Enclave in Tema. Number to call 050 177 2222 or 050 177 3333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana. Nathan Kwame is here with Kickoff. Good morning, Nathan.
Hello, good morning. Let's get into the stories. Let's start off with the Black Princesses, and they drew goalless with their Mexican counterparts last night in an international friendly ahead of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Colombia. The match was part of preps that the two teams are currently doing to get ready for the competition, which starts on the 31st of August and it will end on the 22nd of September. The Black Princesses, they will start their group run against Austria on the 2nd of September before taking on Japan and New Zealand in the other Group E matches. And for the Princesses, they are trying to buck the trend. They have never qualified from the group stage of the FIFA Women's Under-20 World Cup, despite making it to the last 7 tournaments, and they are hoping that this year the trend will work in their favor and will qualify to the quarterfinals of that particular one there. But to the Black Stars and their forward Jordan Ayew is on his way to Leicester City, according to reports from the United Kingdom. Now, yesterday it emerged that Palace and Leicester City had agreed a fee of about £8 million, and it looks like Jordan Ayew will be joining the Foxes ahead of or very early into the new season. If the move goes through, he will be joining fellow Ghanaian Abdul Fattah Isahaku, who has started the season at Leicester City. We will keep an eye on that and see if or when that deal will be completed. But we go to Real Madrid now, and their goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois has walked away from the national team. He says he will not be playing for the team while Dominic Tedesco remains manager. Now, Courtois did not play a lot of games for Belgium last season because of 2 knee injuries he suffered. He was left out of the Belgians Euro 2024 squad, and he and Tedesco had a bit of a falling out after leaving the goalkeeper out of the squad for the tournament. We go to Chelsea, which is Courtois' former team, and last night they beat Servette of Switzerland by 2-0 in the Europa Conference League first leg playoff. It was the first win for Enzo Maresca, new Chelsea manager, ever since he joined the team, and he was speaking after the encounter. He had a few things to say as he watched his Blues beating Servette by 2-0 at Stamford Bridge.
No. The message is quite clear. We are in a moment that we are learning how to manage the game. Probably in some moment was the right thing was to do exactly the same thing, but in the opposite side. So for me, the intention to keep the ball is the correct one, especially when you are 2-0 up. So the intention is good, but probably where is not good in terms. So we try to manage the ball in last 10 minutes, 15 minutes in our side, but we need to try to do exactly the same in the opposite side. So I can understand, but I think overall it was important tonight to win the game. Clean sheet. We did 9 changes. We had players like Renato, Axel, Pedro, even Mark, player that Philip, that was first game for him, official game. So many good things.
Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca speaking there after Chelsea beat Servette by 2-0. We stay in England because the Premier League's match day 2 is here and it's all happening this weekend. The new season is upon us, and last week it was Liverpool who played the first game on Saturday. This weekend is Manchester United. They travel to Brighton for the early kickoff at 11:30 a.m. Following that, there will be games between Palace and West Ham, Fulham and Leicester, Man City, Ipswich, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham Hotspur versus Everton, and at 4:30 p.m. is Aston Villa taking on Arsenal at Villa Park at 4:30 p.m. On Sunday, Bournemouth will face Newcastle at 1 p.m. Wolves face Chelsea at the same time, and Liverpool face Brentford at 3:30 p.m. It will be a return to Anfield for the newly departed Liverpool player Fabio Carvalho. He just signed for Brentford. But talking about Arsenal, they have agreed a deal in principle worth up to £32.6 million to sign Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad. Now, the fee for the 28-year-old, who has less than a year left on his contract, is an initial 28.4 plus £4.2 million in add-on. Merino, he was part of Spain's team that won the Euros, and his most telling contribution was scoring that winner against Germany in the quarterfinals as the Spanish progressed all the way to the very, very end. We wait to see when that deal will be done, and we'll discuss all of that right here on Citi 97.3 FM. And that's our kickoff for the morning, probably brought to you by Zonda and Lecheho. My name is Nathan Kwa. Many thanks for listening. There's more sport on citisportsonline.com. We've got more news in our subsequent bulletins. The Premier League preview show is on Channel 1 TV later today at 3 p.m. and then at 7 p.m. later tonight on Citi FM, the Sports Panorama. I'll be here with the boys to discuss the latest happenings from the world of sport. Do have a fantastic day. Stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go. stuck with nothing. No matter your situation, let's go. We improve your life. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Let's go. We improve your life.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years? I just got awarded the deal. But the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, Fua pickups, 4 land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks. Made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office. Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks. Located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
Hey, well, yo, I did tire for Abu Chef. See, everything I do, Abu won't do some. Last year, I bought a cattle farm in Yanton. I see he go buy a farm next to mine. I marry Fauzia. No, he marries Fauzia's sister. I buy my motorbike. I see no, he go buy motorbike too.
Hey, but you don't see say since you buy your bike, he has bought 4 motorbikes which have all broken down. You know they maintain bikes at all.
His problem is he dey put wrong lubricant for his bike inside. The correct motorbike oil where if you put inside be Shell Advanced Lubricant. Shell Advanced Lubricant be the only motorbike oil where they make them for motorbike to protect engine, clutch and brake. Where he no. Wait me, wallahi, I no go tell him. Shell. Hey, well, hey, where you go?
If you don't go tell Abu, me I go tell him say make you use Shell Advanced Lubricant for him bike.
Hey, visit any Shell station or distributor today to get your Shell Advanced Lubricant for your motorbike. Shell Advance, complete protection for your bike.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Welcome to the new normal, STEAM education. At Sparks Learning Experience, Science plus Arts equals holistic learning, hands-on teaching, creating knowledge anew, experiential learning. That is what we do at Sparks. The future is bright with skills in hand and knowledge in action. Enroll your child at Sparks today and watch their skills come alive. We've got drone piloting, programming, AI, robotics, among others for your child. They will receive exceptional STEAM mentorship from our founder, Professor Fred Magbangaluri. Sparks Learning Experience, where skills shine bright. Admission is open now. Find us at 1 University Avenue, Bukusu, or call us on 055 7637 149.
Get ready for an unparalleled learning experience at the This is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Join us for a series of insightful seminars designed exclusively for SMEs, packed with valuable knowledge and strategies to elevate your business to new heights. Section 1. Learn how to effectively manage your finances and accounts at our SME seminar. Gain essential skills to drive financial success for your business. Section 2. Discover the power of digital sales and marketing in boosting your revenue. Unleash the potential of online platforms to expand your customer reach. Section 3. Master the art of packaging for the export market at our seminar. Position your product for global success with expert insights and best practices. Section 4. Explore lucrative opportunities in the oil and gas industry tailored for SMEs. Learn how to tap into this dynamic sector and propel your business forward. Don't miss out on these exclusive seminars during the This is Ghana Exhibition 2024. Reserve your spot now and take your SME to the next level. Call us on 0205-973-973 for more information. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM with support from our proud sponsors MTN, Core Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, People Beverages, Ghana Exim Bank, Petroleum Commission Ghana, Global Share Alliance, Built, and Aramex Ghana Limited. This is Ghana Exhibition 2024, where innovation meets opportunity.
I am Mohinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. So invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Hey, nowadays, germs are in the air. Aren't you concerned?
Concerned about what?
About the children, of course. In times like this, they sneeze, cough, and fall ill just like that.
This is why we need to give our children and ourselves a fighting chance with the maximum protection of Dettol soap. Dettol soap not only refreshes you, but it can be used for bathing and washing hands. So keep calm, get Dettol soap.
Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Dettol is endorsed by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
This advert is FDA approved.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adapted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. Dial *530# then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Akaya by Tresaco invites you to tour with your ears. The executive
luxury
bathrooms. Just look up at the modern ceiling design.
So bright.
And down at our exquisite floor tiling.
All white, everything.
Now, choose from 7 modes in the multi-sensory Rainfinity shower.
So relaxing.
Because there is no place like a home from Akaya by Tresaco. To find out more about our exclusive homes, visit akayabytrasaco.com. Akaya by Trasaco, more than you imagined.
Calling all shoppers. This month at Oka Decor, we have an offer that you simply cannot resist. Enjoy an irresistible 20% off a huge variety of stylish and modern furniture. Visit Oka Decor on Spintex Road to enjoy our irresistible offers.
From small villages to big cities across Ghana, healthcare businesses have goals. Goals to provide better care with better equipment, to expand and better serve more communities, to build better medical labs, better clinics, and bring better healthcare to more people. Goals to help people get better. EcoBank provides your healthcare business with working capital through the EcoBank Merchant Cash Advance. EcoBank's range of bespoke asset finance solutions make buying medical equipment, expanding pharmacies and labs effortless. It's a better way to a healthier Ghana. Open an EcoBank account for a healthcare business now. Contact EcoBank via 0800-003-225 toll free or businessassist@ecobank.com for more. A better way, a better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head to head in the various challenges to prove their skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date Saturday 28th September 2024. Venue Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time 8 a.m. Call 0558-973-973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, and Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We show love to some people who are celebrating their birthdays today. Kindly wish my son Oreku Poku Boateng a happy birthday for me. May he grow to be better than me. Thank you. Happy birthday to Joseph Ni Amamo Jr. God bless you and have a memorable day. Love you, babe. From Albi La Via Boutique Hotel. This one says, kindly help wish a son and daughter of Asanteman, Kwejo Jesse from Pompidou, and Akosia Kwating Mensa a glorious happy birthday. May the good Lord and the golden spirit of Asanteman continue to bless and protect them as they celebrate another milestone. This one says, happy birthday to Mrs. Yvonne Ayerebi Aqua, aka number 28, Baby Las Potomanto Papa Yesu. You are the branch manager at GCB Achimota branch. The message from all your siblings from across the world is that may the Almighty God renew your strength on this day. May you never lack anything in this world. Good morning. Please wish Nana Oparekwa for the Ebri Atriasin Chidomhene, who is also the CEO of Gelcon Construction and Petroleum and Vice Chairman of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, Nana Oparekwa for the first. A glorious happy birthday. We wish him a blissful year ahead. We love and appreciate your immense contributions to the growth of the construction industry. May the good Lord continue to crown all your efforts with success. This is coming from all of us at the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. To Nana Oparekwa for the first. Happy birthday to Bridget Owusu, wife of our brother Joseph Kwabena Owusu of ICGC Rehoboth Temple. Receive the Lord's greater blessings this birthday season. Bridget, this is coming from David Amelia Wembley, Court Estate of the Tema Akosombo Road. And happy birthday going out to Betty Marianne Menz. May God continue to grant you the best blessings and happiness ever. Enjoy your new year in bliss. Leroy Ankara. Today is your birthday. And it's coming from,
Leroy
Ankara. So the triple F is wishing Leroy Ankara a very, very happy birthday.
Let me also wish happy birthday to a senior journalist, Nana Sifachum, for many, many years, the Daily Graphics London correspondent. Right. Tomorrow will be his birthday. This is coming from his children, Anajwa, Kwame, Majwa, and C.
Lovely.
Yeah, really decent media practitioner.
Super.
Who's now just taking it cool.
It's also the birthday of Tina Amadonko. She is PRO of Teba Municipal Assembly, and Mame Araba Otua, a peer of KPMG. God bless you is the message coming from Doris.
Right. And let's do a few more happy birthday wishes to Mrs. Irene Brafo of Cocoa Processing Company Limited. God's blessings be upon you. Enjoy your day from your colleagues in the office, Kwame, Richard, Philip, and others. Jones Adobo and Lies wishing a happy birthday to himself. Well, we celebrate him today for all the great things God is doing in his life. And to Mrs. Bridget Owusu Dome, a glorious and happy birthday coming in from your husband, Ohini, and also from somebody called myself. Not sure, because you didn't add your name.
Right.
So this is from, what's the name again? Mrs. Bridget Owusu Dome.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Okay, so that's your husband, all right? So your husband...
Ohini and myself, okay, so Ohini must be the son or daughter.
Son. Yes, and then Becky Kitcher in Tema is celebrating her birthday today. We wish her happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Becky.
And then to... from Major Daniel Osaim Brown.
Okay.
Congratulations to students of the Senior Command and Staff Course 45.
That's right.
And Master of Defense and International Politics at the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College. And then to from Nana Ifua in Australia to her daughter Etonam. She's 6 years old today. Nice. May God open doors and lead her to higher grounds. And then to my husband, Major PNL Anang, and the entire CSE 45 is graduating from the same cohort. So yeah, your wife Jay is wishing you, Major PNL Anang, a congratulations on your graduation.
Nice one there.
Make So what can you remember from 15 years ago? I don't know, 2009. Yeah, well, Momo is 15 years old. It was Momo. Yeah, the ease of moving money started with Momo. And for the first time, you send money to a loved one to pay your bills effortlessly or to just enjoy peace of mind from safe, secure transactions. It's been on for the past decade and a half. We're celebrating Momo at 15. Look out for our market storms and floats and win some mind-blowing prizes. Thank you, Ghana, for doing this with us. Download the My Momo app on the App Store or Google Play Store and just Momo it everywhere you go. And nominations are now open for the 8th edition of the prestigious Ghana Energy Awards until August the 30th. On the theme, the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. Categories include Energy Personality of the Year, CEO of the Year, Visionary Leadership Award, Local Content Legacy Achievement Award, Energy Company of the Year, Local Content Leadership, etc., etc. Now, visit GhanaEnergyAwards.com to nominate today. This award's endorsed by Ministry of Energy and the World Energy Council Ghana. You may also call 030-394-0300. Ghana Energy Awards, 8 years of redefining excellence. And grab a bottle of Lucozade, your energy-giving, great-tasting drink, which has a new look. It's slimmer, but original 330 ml can. You can go about every day with even more swag as you drink Lucozade from our new look can. Lucozade, restore your energy. This advert is FDA approved.
Now, are you satisfied with the public service delivery? Are you aware of any wrongdoing or irregular occurrences in a public institution? As a taxpayer, how can you help the Auditor General hold public institutions accountable? That's why the Citizens Eye mobile application is here. It will allow you to report suspected cases of poor delivery service, mismanagement of resource, abuse of government property, and many other things. Access the application or download the Citizens Eye mobile app on the Google Play Store or the App Store and access the application on your browser at www.audit.gov.gh. Citizens Eye, speak up, your silence may hurt us all. Now, Pepsodent is here with the Pepsodent Cavity Fighter. It gives your teeth the protection they need and leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. It's fortified with pro-fluoride microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. Get in touch with Pepsodent's call center on 0800 200030. And remember that Pepsodent is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent, every smile matters. Now, Twisco is the all-new exciting chocolate beverage out there on the Ghanaian market. It's from the producers of Cowbell. It's made from a premium blend of cocoa powder and it's enriched with Enafort. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. This ad is FDA approved.
And if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, you get to enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. You'll be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards. For more information, call us now on 020-960-708 or visit www.lancaster.edu.gh. You can also email us admission@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Listen, the new order of retirement is here. Now you can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Yes, simply invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy the perfect retirement. The best part is that you get to enjoy a salary increase 16% in 2023-2024 as well. So call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333. Visit our website www.oldmutual.com.gh. Simply dial star 789 star 01 hash to request a call. Brapa Ahon Tonkwa. Old Mutual do great things every day. Now, this particular season, children sneeze, cough, fall ill just like that. You need to give them the protection they deserve and shield your family against germs with Dettol soap. Bath with Dettol soap and it protects you and your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs, offering you maximum protection. Dettol is endorsed by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. It's available in all leading supermarkets across the country and any convenience shop near you. Shield your family from germs. This advert is FDA approved. So we brought you again Nana Owusu Echao's powerful presentation at the Happy program, which took place at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. He says it's criminal for Ghana to be importing food. Well, with all the potential we have.
Let's put it in context.
Yes.
You know, every country imports, but
Yes.
the truth is that if you look at our resources, our arable land, our water, I just think we have bad leadership. I just think that's what it is. And also we have not understood our responsibility as citizens. That's also part of it, because he was quite balanced where he said, look, there's things we have citizens need to do. Every time you decide to buy something, you either ship out a job or you bring in a job. He also said things that really sort of worried me. I knew this, but he drove it home very powerfully. Our food systems are controlled by foreigners. Money follows successful innovation. The largest fish, tilapia producer, I've said this on air before, and people took issue with me. It's not a Ghanaian company, right? A lot of the people who grow the food we eat are not Ghanaian. And I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, but you know, if you cannot feed yourself, what else can you do? And this week has revealed a lot of things. And look, for example, we had a flooding incident in the north. We had
drought at another.
You know, and listen to Professor Roger Canton just talking about basic things we need to do, we are not doing. Yet we spend money on so many things. For me, I think the light bulb needs to be switched on. And what Nana did at Tech was to switch on the light for the young people. To tell them, fine, I'm a young person. I was ambitious, I was daring. Maybe I was privileged, but that's not the issue. The issue is I took a chance to come back home to solve a problem. And the issue of technical skills, I will deal with that. I just wanted to highlight some of the things Professor Canton said before we come and deal with specific things Nana said. I feel like this week has revealed a lot of things.
Much.
It's raining in the extreme north. Places are getting flooded. The Bagheram has been opened. More places getting flooded. Yet there's food insecurity because we can't channel that water to productive use. And yet there are parts of the north where there's no rain and people are because there's no. I mean, like how you have water wasting on the ground. And yet you are praying that it's not. You are crying that it's not raining for 1.5 months, so you can't grow food. Yet somebody's pumping water all the way from Burkina. You don't know what to do with it. You have a lot of rain. You don't know what to do with it. So what are you really doing?
Meanwhile, on Nana's farm, he says he has harvested enough rainwater such that in season, out of season, they are good to go. They can produce enough rice.
We need to learn. I think we need to learn how to solve our problems our way. We also need to learn from the best. People grow rice in Vietnam, in Brazil, in Thailand. The question is, what can we learn to solve our problem? The issue of irrigation. All right. Funny that those who are doing well in Agric didn't study Agric. Actually. And those who did Agric, some of the people I know studied Agric at Legon. I'm not blaming them, but they are not necessarily in Agric. Okay. So it's not really that Agric is not about just the technical knowledge of saying Agric. Those people can be technicians in Agric. We need entrepreneurs who are supported to push new ideas in the sector. You see, and what challenges me is he's talking about the thing, having learned on the job because he has passion, he has desire, he understands the problem. Okay. Now look at the sense he made. Look at the sense he made. How many people do you listen to who speak about this sector are so clear in their thinking about what they are doing?
He's less than 40.
You see that? So our problem is we are two things. The light has not been switched on for many, which is why I like the way he was speaking. And also people are listening to the wrong things. Okay, and they have the wrong motivation. Do you get it? And they don't understand the bigger picture of what is at stake here. Why will somebody from South Africa come and tell him that he will come and grow food in Ghana and that it is criminal to have the voter lake and still be poor? And yet this week, our biggest topic has been, it's not rain for 1.5 months. And hundreds of farmers say they don't have anything to do. Meanwhile, it's rain for 3 days in Boku and farmlands are destroyed. Yet we have people who have learned Agric to the highest level. He says you can have more degrees than a thermometer. Then we don't have technical skills. People cannot weld. The people from the what do you call it? Petroleum Commission came here and spoke about 25 areas reserved for Ghanaians. Precision welding, we can't do it. You buy $100,000 car and give it to somebody who spent less than $10,000 on his education. What I told you, we have to learn to make things. He spoke about technical skills. there are fundamental issues we need to deal with. So maybe today, we have spoken a lot. Let's listen to other people to help us make sense. And I will come back to why we have to wake up as a people.
Yeah.
Professor Canton was talking to me briefly this week around the irony of having abundant water in one part of the north,
and then
a dry spell and drought all happening at the same time. Let's hear some highlights.
I don't want to sound critical about politicians, but I want to ask you, the amount of money we hear daily being used on prolific expenditure or expenses could have constructed $40,000 is nothing. If I may quote Kennedy Japan's ever mentioned chicken change. We are talking of livelihoods, and on a permanent basis. I recall during President John Agric Kufuor's period, when he was the president, I think his first or second term, I recall governments in the republics of Mali and Niger were overthrown because of the prices of grain they could not afford. Citizens took to the streets. So are you telling me that security, livelihoods of your people is more expensive, it's less expensive than spending dollars that can support the people if only you re-strategize well and use money properly? You have mentioned it. You were interviewing people here. I always watch you every day. You were talking about if we are able to reduce stolen money, corrupt money, and we are able to gather these together and block people coming into contact with fiscal cards, as Baumia has pledged to digitalize and take these vampire bars out of the system. That can be done. What is $40,000? Individuals have millions of dollars. So we are talking about nationalism, patriotism. And this is a one-off thing. Once the dams are done, you are free. Let me tell you, the job that gave me the job opportunity when I returned from Russia and from the Soviet Union was a dam construction that was undertaken in the early 1990s, where we dug 44 dams across the whole of the Upper East region, and the project called Land and Water Conservation. They are the dams sustaining them. How much did we use? The people are still using them. That is why Upper East has said the one dam doesn't need to go to Upper East. They only will need to desert some of those dams that were silted. That is all. So to me, you will look at it like they have been saying. If you say education is expensive, why not try and cause ignorance? So the same thing goes with that. If you say it's expensive to construct irrigation, then it means we are trying to test hunger and its explosive subsequent consequences.
Let's come to the drought in other parts of the north, where yesterday we were told that since the beginning of July, it's not rained. In fact, the first rain in some places was yesterday, the 20th of August. So that's a month and a half of no rain. How serious is this in the areas that you are familiar with, and what could have been done to prevent this? Because a lot of the farmers are saying to us that their crops have gotten to a stage where they needed water before they get to a place where they can be productive. But because, and this is a lot of maize farms, because it's not rain, they are saying that they will not get a good harvest. Just walk me through this mini drought and where it's happening and what the possible solution is.
Actually, that drought affected the most significant maize and soybean producing area in Ghana, and that is my area, the Sasala district. Sasala is municipal, Sasala West district, Lambusie district, and Wa East district. These are the major hubs. If you go to Tumu, as I talk, flood bodies are still loading coming to Accra. In a flood body loads between 450 to 500 of the 50 kilogram mini bags of maize. That area, I was just told yesterday, I've been in touch with them. That area, a lot of the force there some of them have just gone permanently. They won't get anything. We are running into thousands of acres. In fact, John Dema, who was interviewed alongside me on Radio Ghana Today program, he has said he has 2,000 acres he did himself, and 3,000 acres were outgrowers. More than almost half of that is now gone. He wouldn't get anything. So the issue is a huge issue in the Sasala areas. I was told yesterday that the Minister for Agric has gone there. If that is only true, then we thank God. And then the next thing is, what will he be doing? And you ask a question, what could have been done? In fact, Ghana haven't got any serious agro-meteorological weather forecasting, unfortunately. What the meteorological agency does is providing weather data to guide aircrafts, the aviation industry. They are not masters when it comes to agro-meteorology. That is using meteor data for agricultural purposes. Unfortunately, in this country, I only know of one expert in Surrey, Dr. Al-Hassan. We call him Do-Good. We don't have them. So if we had a serious agro-meteor services in Ghana, they would have foreseen this drought earlier, and we would have then now put in agronomic measures. We know them. As I stand here, there are crops that can take rain for 1 month and do at least 10 bags of 100 kilograms in an acre. We have them by Cross Research and Savannah Agro Research, CSIR. They are there. We would have then advised them what crop varieties to go for and what crops. Now, the emphasis would have been on natural crops like sorghum, bambara granules, late millet. These are crops that could have handled that drought there. That is why they wouldn't complain that much when even they are hit by drought. But my brothers in the Sisala area, the huge milk corridor, are those who are suffering. Now, the next thing I would like to suggest is, you see, this kind of panic measures or fire brigade system does not work at all. It doesn't make sense. We should be talking about organically and inherently sound, scientific, technologically and professionally proven agricultural practices in this country, and not fire brigade or panic measures, which doesn't solve anything. It's like going around, merry-go-round. You come back to the same spot every year in and year out, benefiting a few vampires. What we should be doing is, and I say, look, the farmers have lost. What should we do? No one should go to the Sisala areas there with any grain. I will ask them to block the roads. We don't want any food aid there.
Professor Roger Canton there, Bernard, your conversation with him during the week.
It's every day we are reminded of the opportunities we have and what we have to do, but the inertia to act is always overwhelming. And we have to keep pushing, We have to keep letting people hear reasonable voices. So, when people can discern between right and wrong and see the danger ahead, they will take action. Look, we are going to have 53 million people in the next 25 years. A lot of them will be below 30 years old. We have to feed them. Instead of just growing people to become a market for other people with no marketable skills, they are not healthy, they are not informed. What you need to do is to empower them, educate them, create opportunity, give them technical skills. You get it? So we need more institutions that give young people technical skills. Nana Rice was telling you that when his rice harvester breaks down, he needs somebody from either Thailand or South Africa to come and fix it. Meanwhile, we have polytechnics. We have not solving our problems. You have a big youthful population. You are educating them. Let technical education become such a big thing that you can even support all the agric industrialization things across the continent. Make Ghana a hub of people who are technically sound. You have to import a South Africa come and fix this for you. You get it? We are teaching people theoretical things for jobs that don't exist when you have to feed your people. You get me? In Germany, most of their universities who do science, they are polytechnics. They are technicians that they train for people to do things. The things that even shocked me, some men. Is that in Thailand, only 10 people have.
They have a WhatsApp group.
Land Cruiser. And they have a WhatsApp group.
Oh, yes, they have a WhatsApp group.
I think that you can take one ministry department enclave. You have more Land Cruisers than, and we can't create anything. He was talking about why we need innovation in even the problems we solve. Yeah. Okay, so the issue of birds. Yeah. The way the birds manifest in Brazil is not the way they manifest in Thailand. So we need a Ghana solution. Yes. I even think that some of the harvesters, Hope Polytechnic, Kumasi Polytechnic, Accra Polytechnic, what tools are they creating? Our fufu pounding machine was made by Chinese people.
Bernard, 2024, we can't even fabricate a plow. plowing machine. We can't fabricate plowing machine, and we say we want to do commercial agriculture.
Seriously.
And these Asians are tricking us into buying any and everything they produce, and we don't realize that anything they produce is an outcome of a carefully thought through strategy to find markets
and dominate those
markets vigorously. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
They want to. They are not here to play. So let's stop playing this thing of I want to win the debate and then I'll feel good about myself. This whole politics that has been reduced to debate. If I win the debate, then I'm okay. Are we okay? We are not okay. So let's look at this Ghana project and see how we can better our own lot. As I keep saying, look, I just listened to Nana Chiao.
Yeah.
And you know what hit me was this guy is speaking on behalf of thousands of voiceless people.
Yeah.
He didn't even know that we're going to play this on radio. I mean, he was speaking to
you could clearly
students.
tell in the
But he's not faking it. He's not faking it. He's actually lived it. And we've seen Nanes rise right from beginning through the various phases, the challenges they've been through, and all these things. He may not have solved all the problem in a space. But he's a good example of the Ghana we want to see.
That's true.
2019, we're here. We pushed local rice. Okay. What policy shifts has given the Ghanaian an advantage and a push to dominate the space? Go and check the biggest companies that are into local rice. The top 3 are all foreign companies.
You don't mean it.
The top 3 are all foreign companies.
Top 3 producers of rice in Ghana.
I think the architecture of building, the architecture of our economy and this system has to be reviewed. What brings us value as a country? 2023, we had a trade surplus.
Yes.
And I'm sure you'll be surprised to know that.
Yeah. For 5.3 billion.
Not many people actually know that we had as a country we had a trade surplus of 5.3 billion cedis.
Wow.
Okay, but we take care of everything except the things that are killing us. Okay, investment, then we bring any and everything.
No strategic plan.
Right healing services. If I tell you the amount of dollars that whole system takes out of our country, not illegitimate.
Yeah, I mean it's proper business and all of that.
But we don't even see it. So for us to look good, somebody has to come from outside.
Yeah.
But the person is not is not coming here with a Red Cross badge on his face as a charity to come and help you. They are coming to take your dollar away.
I mean, what I wanted you to emphasize for me was the technical skills. You see, because that point, you've made it before, the idea that we are training people theoretically, but what we need is people who can do and fix things.
Because we don't process policy. We do not process policy. Because you see, policy implementation is a continuum. You don't drop it and leave.
No.
Because policy is directed at solving problems.
Yeah.
And the problems are embedded in a global context, which global context is dynamic. So you can't drop a policy of 1975 and think that it will still solve our problems today. Obviously, it won't. We had the polytechnics. In somebody's wisdom, we had to throw the polytechnics away. And then the word they used that got me angry was it said we'll upgrade it to university. Who told you that that's upgrading?
But the polytechnic students say they want to be equal to the university students.
No, you can be equal to the university by resourcing them and putting better value to their certificate.
So let me ask you a question. When they changed the thing to technical university, did they give them any new equipment, any new focus? Did they emphasize more practice? So, was it just a change in name?
I wouldn't claim that I have all the information, but I can judge based on the outcomes of the change. It was just a nomenclature thing. It was a change in nomenclature. That's all.
So the TVET. So what do you need to do to make TVET really solve your problems?
Let me say that I don't know much, but one thing I know is that let's take what DTI
is doing
and replicate it.
So DTI is doing. They call it
Design Technology Institute.
Design Technology. No, they call it
Precision
Fabrication.
No, of course, yes.
No, hold on, I want the names. Entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Precision.
Welding and fabrication. And then entrepreneurship.
No, there's a third one.
There is
design innovation. Design innovation. Yes. So the thing is that everybody needs to be taught how to do business in the innovation side. Yeah. But then, when you listen to the Petroleum Commission guys, there are lots of areas where Ghanaians need to build up their skills. So in the welding is one of them. Then he spoke about metal fabrication, and then you have all these like fixing and things. It seems as if our mindset towards those things is still like they ask for second-rate people, and all of us want to just write a dissertation to show that we are intelligent. But if you look at the population we have and the needs of the country, I think there must be a focus. I think that, and this must not even be like a Ministry of Education, and this must be like a national level thing to say, look, we are going back to technical and vocational education as the answer.
They will tell you that they are doing it already. You'll be shocked.
Oh, they are not.
Because you see, the measure has always been from the supply side. They measure it based on how much money they have committed to it.
Yeah,
but you can commit, you can speed in the wrong direction. Mm-hmm. This is the point we are making. You understand? And I'm just saying that what DTI is doing is a young lady's singular effort.
Yeah.
Okay, in pushing design technology to this point, creating entrepreneurs out of engineers.
Actually, that's what you see. What DTI is doing is what our polytechnics should have been doing.
That's it.
That's what our polytechnics should have been doing. So,
Bernard, look, it's not far from the truth. Accra Polytechnic used to boast of the best technicians on the continent of Africa.
So what went wrong?
Companies from Kuwait, companies from all these oil producing, they used to come and recruit technicians from Ghana. All you needed was what they used to call a course MET. They used MET1, MET2, EET1, EET2. That's mechanical and electrical technician. We're doing it. I don't know if they are still competitive, but we could have used that. Look, United Kingdom, they started this whole thing of let's turn the polytechnics into universities. And they did. Guess what happened? Once they went through the full cycle of turning the polytechnics into the universities, the Indians took over their automotive industry.
Because they didn't have the people trained to do that.
Because the Indians had the technician base. Have you heard Germans talking about converting their polytechnics?
Meanwhile, Germany is the most export competitive country in the world in terms of the ability to make things. Just use car brands, right? The top car brands are all German. So I am asking the question, so how do we get our leaders to go back to that? Because this is not, you see, if you look at I keep looking at the population issue, if you look at the people we have, if you have young people exposed to TikTok and phones without a good education and with nothing to do, you're just going to create social problems.
Yeah.
Somebody said something yesterday that really shocked me. He says, when Ghana got independent, Ghana was around 5 million people and Denmark was around 4 million people. He says 67 years later, Denmark is around 6 million people and Ghana is around 34 million people. Right? Denmark, within that period, has become so wealthy that they give aid to us. We have had more children. We have not educated them well. They are not that healthy. And they are not even well housed. So Denmark has grown their population very slightly. So I'm not even criticizing population. What he was saying was that the kind of population we have, the type of things we need to do for the population to be productive, we've not done it. They have managed their 6 million people, and most of them are well employed, doing the kinds of things the educational system can let them do. But we have 34 million of young people, in fact, the average Ghanaian age is 20 years old. That 20-year-old person, I don't think is even properly educated.
Yep.
I don't think he can work with his hands. And I don't think he's been given anything to do beyond aspiring to enter a grammar school, go to a university, and look for a job at a ministry.
Yeah.
Okay? And Samuel, the other point, every country that has developed in our lifetime has moved from agric to industry before services. Some people came to tell us that, we can move from agric to services straight because services is the future. Let's look at the rice guy's example.
Yeah.
He's talking about preparing the land, growing rice. Look at all the things in the value chain. The guys who come and do the planting, the people who help with keeping away the birds, applying the fertilizer,
Irrigation.
applying the weedicides, doing the irrigation, all of that. And then you get to the point of taking the rice, harvesting it, taking it to the winnower, taking it to the rice mill, and then now bagging the rice, then putting a brand on the rice, and then marketing the rice.
So many people.
Now, how many? The services comes at the end.
Very end.
You get it? The main thing is the agric and the value addition. So even if you want to convert that rice into maybe rice water or whatever, I'm saying that manufacturing and value addition to production is what makes countries develop. Okay, so the idea that all of us, and you see, your educational system must be a reflection of your nation's needs. So if all of us are doing psycho, all of us are doing philo, all of us are doing study of religions, do you get? I think more resources will be spent on engineering, tech, Accra, Poly, because that's what the people are. This philo thing we are doing, very few people will become, we become lawyers or media presenters, and then maybe we help the thing to flow. But those who are actually building the country, those who are building the roads, those who are, do you understand? The people who are, because Ghana's, if you look at, like, when I was in Dubai with you in 2008 or 2007, they said at the time Dubai had the most construction per square mile of any country because they were building the country.
Right.
Now, if you look at our road needs, our housing needs, what we need to do is to be building and feeding. Our job is not to produce intellectual talkers. Do you get it? Because the country has more roads to build, more houses to build, and more mouths to feed. Now, your educational system cannot be raising philosophers and archaeologists when you have roads to build. You get it? So more resources be given to the tech, to the poly people. Because when you look at where the country is, a country like Denmark, they are not building any new houses. Because you understand, the population is young. Your country needs more roads. And yet, when you look at the people, the universities you are building, they are all learning admin, they are all learning. Do you get it? So there's a disconnect between what your country needs. And I think, Lee, when you said this to Kwame Nkrumah, look, when I look at your population, you should spend more on agric. These universities that are doing these book-long things, they are good, but you don't. That's not the core need. I said to you in Ghana, we've not built even one ship. We've not even solved our fishermen's problem.
No, we used to build ships in the past. we had boat building companies in Ghana.
Oh, really?
Yes, we do. We had two of them major.
I'm sure it was in the 70s.
60s.
Wow.
We had
so
boat
40
building
years.
companies.
So,
we used to build
but see, look at our coastline. Look at the number of people involved in fishing. Everything we use, outboard motor, do we make it here?
No.
Society.
It's only the canoe that they use and put something on.
We can't even do motorcycle again. There's society.
Are you telling me that? So why can't our leaders see that?
But Ben, someone said even the most basic tech, for example, a fufu making machine.
We don't. So see.
So what should we do with that?
Where the countries, if you do an architecture of the country's need areas, as you say, how do we sync it with our education? Okay, we talked about the UK. UK, a technician, and I'm talking about average technicians pay per hour is much more than what the office worker, average office worker will.
True. Hey, if a plumber comes to your house, you will pay for your nose.
A plumber is taking much, but Ghana, a plumber is a pity.
Yeah.
You understand? So we still don't get
it.
The context.
We don't get it. We don't get it.
And why are we talking about all these things? We are saying that we do have enough opportunities in this country to create and empower the Ghanaian to take over in a champion's term, the commanding heights.
And I need to say that, Samuels, whoever wins the election, the next government has to take this seriously because you see, if they don't start addressing the needs of the people in a meaningful way, they will face unrest. Because when you have 34 million people, of which over 60% are below 30, and you are not expanding opportunities for them to get work, and the next big thing is to leave the country to go and look for some care work in the UK to do, and you are not building the infrastructure to allow those who are doing business to thrive. Because if for nothing at all, for Nana Rice is employing 400 people, he may be privileged. He has the capital. 400. Imagine if you have 10 of them. So the next government cannot pay lip service to this issue of empowering Ghanaians and solving the real problem. This procurement-led interventionist manifestos, which are always promising, we will do this, it's like we'll train you. I think that type of thing, this episodic, we've put 2 million in this program, we've put 10 million in this program. Don't tell us how much you've put in the program. Expand the base for us to see. I always tell people that, let me give an example, MTN. They have done Momo for 15 years. Sometimes MTN doesn't need to come and tell you they've created X number of jobs. Just look at the number of Momo agents in the country. You get it? So, did they do a government program to employ those people? They said they have over 400,000 agents. Did they do any of those GDA things to employ those people? What did they do? You create a business. He says opportunity goes, money goes where innovation goes. So they innovated in the way we make payments. People saw a need to send money. So you are sending money to your mom to do her thing. Somebody needs a Momo outlet. That's how you create a job. You see, but we, because of elections, will say when we come, or what we want to do is we'll assemble the people and put them in a program. And it doesn't work like that. Because you see, the job is organic. A Momo agent, he sets up his kiosk. Even if he has money, he doesn't have capital, he goes to his Uncle Sam, Mommy 2,000, me starting Momo business. Quick. You get it? So I want us to focus on, the government must focus on those things. It's not easy to report because they will say, 15 years of Momo, there were various governments that came. So who will own it? You get it? Because 2009, it was Mills. Mahama came, Akufo-Addo came. They've all been part of it. So nobody can say, I've created those 450,000 jobs. But those are sustainable jobs. But a lot of these GDA, government, those things, the people, we don't know where the people, because you see, you cannot force it. It must be organic. It must be opportunity-led. So what you need to do is to identify winners in the private sector. This Agric farming thing, we did the whole campaign for 1 year on local rice. We sat here and people came from outside and took over that space. Now, at least when you go to a shop, you see Ghana rice shop. What you could have done is said, identify 10 champions. You are already in farming. What would it take for you to expand your farm by X%? How many people can you employ more? It's basic. But you see, if the focus is on procurement-led interventions.
They do all these things. Problem is that they end up giving the facilities to the wrong people. They do all the things we are saying. But at the end of when you do the measure, you see that the beneficiaries are not the ones championing the projects. And this is our problem. And it's like a vicious cycle. We talk about it, we make the attempt, we start something, and then we go around back to the same point. But we are saying that we must be tired by now. But the world is not waiting for us.
The world has
agriculture. Look, all we are saying is that Ghanaians should be empowered. And Ghanaians, let's take on this challenge of doing something for ourselves. Okay, we talked about education. There's so much we can do in education. The policy should drive and empower Ghanaians. You get me? I mean, why is DTI one of the few institutions that are doing the real work? Whereas we have our polytechnic or call it technical universities that have the structures to do it. How much have we pumped into it? What kind of collaborations have we established with other countries, India, Eastern European countries that are technically, savvy? We used to do all these things in the past.
So we used to do, you say we used to do ships?
Yes, we had boat companies. I mean, boat as in small ships. Okay, we even had one in Takrady. It was 2 or 3 of them in Ghana, but of course they were owned by foreigners. But what I'm saying is that if foreigners come and do it here, they will employ Ghanaians, which is okay. We are not against foreigners. What we are saying is that the foreigner that comes in, they came to build the boats. When the economy had a hit and a downturn, they left the country.
No, it's called Otilo.
They jackpot.
You know Otilo?
Otilo, Ete. That's Yoruba. Otilo. That's Oko.
Otilo.
And jackpot too is they say Yoruba.
Oh, I thought it was Gao.
No.
But Yoruba, they are cousins anyway.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that they didn't come here to save us.
They came to big. Now we are market.
So let's wake up. This country, let's wake up. The things that we so admired about from the West, fair enough. But where we've gotten to, let's try and fill in the spaces ourselves. Look, we talk about it. Somebody is complaining about Ghanaian products and packaging. Now we have e-pack in Ghana.
Yeah, a lot of good packaging.
We have now the problem is solved.
When you looked at
and don't tell me that it's more expensive.
No, the quality was
nice. It's not more expensive.
It's more expensive if you buy it.
It will be better if we all patronize it because it's a numbers game. You understand? Somebody is.
Yeah, it's true.
The
more you patronize it, the lower
that's we should be proud. Look, there are certain countries when you go there. Those days I used to travel to do all these workshops. They will tell you that what made in their country, is expensive, but that's what they have to buy.
Yep.
They'll tell you freely. They don't care.
Well, that's what we're also trying to do here, and we hope we get more people understanding the drive for some of the things we do. I always tell people that the media is not just a platform to highlight the problem; it's also a vehicle to rally the solution.
Yeah.
Right. So I want people to come for This Is Ghana, if for nothing at all, even for an emotional reason, right? That you understand that. Here's a media house putting hundreds of Ghanaian companies together to exhibit what they can do, to give potential and hope, so that your decision to patronize a program and a product must also be an emotional decision as well as an economic decision.
Very important.
Because Nana said, every time you buy something not made here, you are exporting a job. That's what he said. He said it very clearly. He says, every time you make a decision to buy something, you have either created a job or you have exported a job. Yeah. So think carefully about that. All right? And we shouldn't despair because we have agency. Your spending decision can be part of the solution.
Yeah.
What you choose to buy, what you choose to eat, what you choose to wear, what you choose to advertise, what you choose to encourage. So we want to urge people to see it as a logical part of the advocacy. We'll play another voice shortly.
Yes.
But I think we'll do a few things before that. This week was a great week because the problems we face expose opportunities sitting in front of us that we have not touched. Listening to the irrigation guy, Ghana Irrigation Development Authority CEO, we have really good people running agencies. But alone, without policy support, without the resources, can't do much. So I think we will give airtime to some of these people as well to show us what they can do. Again, when you come to the program, some organizations are coming to exhibit the things they've made.
Yeah.
Some of our research institutions have done some really fantastic things. If we can highlight them for people to see the potential, hopefully the right money will follow. Because Nana also said that money follows successful innovation.
That's true.
So if our students and our technicians can build things that are workable, we are praying and hoping that by exposing them at This Is Ghana, the right funding and the right policy support will come in. Because some of these guys are really, really creative, but they're not getting the support they need. So, Caleb, I'll hand over to you before we go to the other one.
That's
shortly.
a very important one. We have Richard Opomboating's voice, so we could put
briefly,
that in.
Yes,
let's just
briefly. This was on. Was this Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yes, this was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Talking about irrigation. Yeah.
Since the establishment in 1977 by the decree, we have done close to about 19,000 hectares. And we are still developing. Even as I speak, this year we are doing 19 dams in the northern region of the country.
So 19,000 hectares of irrigable land?
Yes. I am out of 1.9 million. But if you add the private irrigation farms, now we have done about 220,000 hectares, representing about 12% of our potential of 1.9 million hectares.
So we have approximately 1.9 million hectares of land that can be irrigated.
That can be irrigated.
And
yes.
we are irrigating 220,000.
20,000, yes.
But the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority is irrigating 19,000 hectares.
19,000.
Which
yes.
means that what you are doing is 0.1% of the total potential irrigable land. That's what the official body set up to do irrigation is doing.
Yes. But since last year, we have been upscaling. As I speak now, we are rehabilitating via irrigation scheme. We are also expanding phase 3 of the Tamni irrigation scheme. If you put all that we are doing together this year, and also 6 sites at the farm plains economic enclave project, if you put all that we are doing this year, we are doing close to about 5,000 hectares. So if you keep up with this momentum, I'm sure the next 10 years, we'll be able to maybe do about 700,000 hectares.
Well, the 5,000 you're doing, if you finish, if I add it to the 19,000, that's 24,000. 24,000. That's still below 1% of the irrigation potential.
Yeah, it's still below. But from what we are estimating, if we scale up our game, we can add about 10,000 hectares.
No problem.
Irrigation is very, very expensive. It's very expensive. You know, when I was speaking, I think last week, I mentioned between 5 million to about 22 million. Just a small dam.
5 million CDs per what?
Yeah, just a small F dam.
What size?
Just maybe about 400 meters long, about 4 meters high. Just only the embankment.
What I want to understand is you have 1.9 million hectares. Yeah. What is the cost of irrigating a hectare of land? That would help us to make sense of the numbers.
A hectare now is close to about 40,000 USD per hectare.
40,000 USD per
hectare. Yes.
All right, so that's I'll get the Ghana cedi equivalent per hectare. So since you were established in 1977, you have irrigated 19,000 hectares out of 1.9 million.
Yeah. Yes.
What is the geographical distribution of the places you have done these irrigation schemes?
Most we are focused in the northern part of the country, and we have close to about 500 and something, even more than that, dams in the northern part of the country. Last year we were able to procure about 19 projects that we are currently constructing. So hopefully by December or early next year we'll finish with most of the dams. And we have also about to also roll out another about 40 dams that we want to start the procurement process this year.
Fair enough. Were you involved as an authority in the One Village, One Dam project?
One Village, One Dam, we give technical backstopping.
What does that mean?
So it means that we're giving them technical support, but we were not fully the one that implemented the project. But we give them technical backstopping.
Technical backstopping?
Backstopping, yes.
I don't understand that. So you stop their back, or what does that mean?
It means that we're supporting them with some technical issues. When there are issues with some of the things, we give them support.
So, for example, who decides the site for the dam? Is it you or them?
Normally, we have the potential dam locations. So, for example, in the northern region, we have close to about 1,000 sites. So if you want the database, you just go into the database and pick the site that you want to implement. So the database is there. You have all the potential mapped sites that we can easily go and identify and do the construction.
I see. So you have over 1,000 sites. Because when you appeared in Parliament, you said that they had done about 450. How many? 500 and what?
Yeah, no, 574.
574 dams over what period?
Yes. That was done under 1V1G.
Over the 8-year period?
I cannot give you the exact duration because we are just giving technical backstopping. But as for the duration, I cannot tell.
Indeed, no shortcut to heaven. A lot of policy gaps,
about all the things that they lack,
but many opportunities.
Give the gap and I rap.
And we are thinking of policy coherence.
And give dap, put my son on my lap,
highlighting the issues so leadership will coordinate
but we too deaf
and empower Ghanaians to take the commanding heights of the economy.
We out
So that was the acting CEO of the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority, Richard Opon Boateng, telling us all we needed to know about the irrigation challenge we have in Ghana.
Shucks, custom made and such.
Send us your comments 0549 986 996.
No clue.
0549 986 996. And don't forget that in all these, we also have a responsibility to put our money in Ghana. Right? So when you're stepping out, think Ghana. If you want to buy Ghana. And if you're looking for that big place where all of it is happening, this is Ghana Exhibition. Will be happening from the 31st to the 1st of September at the forecourts of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. We're bringing together Ghanaian solutions for the world, Ghanaian products, Ghanaian services. Come and have that emotional connection. Come and believe that great things can be done here, and put your money in there as well. This is Ghana, inspired by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM, proudly sponsored by MTN, Coa Natural, Ghana National Gas Company, the Ghana Pay Mobile Money, Ghana Pay Mobile Money, Piva Beverages, Ghana Exim Bank, Petroleum Commission Ghana, Global Share Alliance, Built and Aramex Ghana Limited. This is the number to call 0205 973 973 for enquiries. It's free. We'll have some seminars along the way.
Yes, so it's basically a fair exhibition, seminars,
everything.
Basically, just give yourself 2 days to come and interact with what we consider to be the future of Ghana and some of the great things that have been done in specific sectors. As I said, some of the seminars will focus on the oil and gas sector, on packaging and all of those nice things, financing your agriculture or financing your business. So it's a 2-day event, 31st of August, and some of the seminar topics are: discover the power of digital sales and marketing, master the art of packaging for the export market. So those of you in cosmetics, you're into fruits, you're into clothing, you're into shito, food of all kinds, packaging is key, and this seminar will help you there. And then exploring lucrative opportunities in oil and gas. We had a hint of that a few days ago. 25 areas left for Ghanaians to explore. You need to understand how to engage those areas as well. And of course, for the rest of us who are not seminar people but just want to come and see and taste,
there's
and
a lot to taste,
buy,
and feel.
Call 0205 973 973, pass through, pick up a paraphernalia, and there'll be lots for the kids to do on the day as well. So it's Saturday and Sunday next week.
Nice.
That's 31st August and 1st September.
Good thing is, talking about the packaging, we have a conversation with EPAC later this morning on the show.
Oh, nice.
They'll be joining us and we'll have that conversation. In the meantime, which bank in Ghana is always at your service? It's Omni Basic. The bank ready to assist you with 24-hour state-of-the-art contact center. Omni Basic is the Ghana's fastest growing corporate bank and bank of the year 2023. It is Omni Basic. At Omni Basic Bank, we are always at your service. So call us on 0307 086 000 or 0302 758 555. Visit any of our branches nationwide to open an Omni Basic Bank today and enjoy exceptional customer service. Omni Basic Bank at your service. Now, are you always on the move but cannot afford to miss the Premier League? Then know that the Premier League is about to come alive on your mobile phone. Step into the Premier League with Showmax. Catch all 380 games on your phone. No matter where you are, your favorite teams are just a tap away. For only 55 Ghana cedis, sign up to the Premier League mobile plan on showmax.com. Create your account, download the Showmax app on your phone today, and you're good to go. Showmax, it's your stadium on the move.
Now, when you buy anything, it has to be the very best. That's why Diamond's 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality cement on the market. They have the affordable 32.5 hour grade, and that's great value for your pocket. Get in touch with Diamond Cement on the number 0244 313 368 or find them all over the country. They've got factories in Aplau, Takrady, and Buipe. Diamond Cement, still hard as a diamond. Now, what is luck? For many, luck is that glorious moment when you find money in your trousers right when you're broke. For others, luck is being picked out of the crowd for a reward. For us, luck is a life-changing event, and we believe everyone deserves a shot. That's why you need to dial *712# and get your ticket. The more you buy, the better your chances are of winning. Luck is on its way to you and your community, so stay sharp. The luckiest luck is everywhere.
We'll take a very quick break. When we are back, a lot more happening, so much more to talk about. Making Ghana. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The luckiest.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Here's to the friends who dialed *712# and found no regrets. To the investors who struck gold. To the health workers who diagnosed luck with precision. To the tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. To the passionate fan who couldn't contain his joy. To the seamstress who turned her hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, here's to you. Your next big win is right here.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone.
Dial *712#. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial *712#. Now I can to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now win is the card prizes are in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#. Now join in the winning streak now.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame, how are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame, Ash foam.
Mommy, that I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
For mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more. Don't waste time and visit any Ash foam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ash foam. Feel it, know it.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest.
Pushing the Ghana agenda, making it possible. We have no excuse not to make it Ghana. We have all it takes. You just have to believe, and that's our role. Stimulating your faith and your hope and your confidence in the Ghanaian and the amazing things we are able to do. One of the made in Ghana things we are celebrating is latex foam. Listen, you work so hard, so when you get home, the bed you sleep on must be really good. The latex foam always has your comfort and relaxation in mind. So step into any of our showrooms, experience the difference for yourself. High quality mattresses and furniture crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. You wake up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the world. That's the latex foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose latex foam. Otherwise, you do yourself. Visit any of our showrooms across the country. Call us on 0302-231-155 or 0302-008-499. Visit us online www.latexfoamghana.com. And tell you what, Heritage Christian University College is set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education through creativity and innovation. Since 2018, we have given a sum of over 450,000 Ghana cedis to our students as startup grants to start their own businesses. There's a huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, and practical learning with professional certification. We have several courses for undergraduate and master's level as well as mature students. Just give us a call. We are accredited by the GTech and we are affiliated to KNUST and UCC. So here's the number to call: 0547 777 731 or 0202 298-399. Our website is www.hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. Now, I see that sometimes one of the excuses people give for not patronizing made in Ghana goods is, oh, the packaging, the packaging, But we don't have an excuse any longer, do we?
Well, I think it's a genuine concern. I wouldn't say that people don't know what they are talking about when they dismiss products on the basis of poor packaging. It's a genuine concern. But within that space, within that concern also lies opportunity. Okay, now I am not into packaging, but I'm in media and events. What at times really hits me hard is going into the big supermarkets and scanning the shelves, looking at products that are displayed and realizing that you have very few of these wonderfully packaged products that are made in Ghana. Okay, so what is super about that market? The so-called supermarket, what's super about it? If what you see is like you are watching a movie that depicts efforts from other countries. So we are saying that while we have the products, we in the past have failed in packaging it, and that's why we don't have shelf space. And one of the companies that we are working with for This is Ghana is this EPAC, and I think that they have bridged that gap so nicely.
Wonderful stuff.
Anything that you see from EPAC can compete favorably with packaging from every other country in the world.
Solid.
And this EPAC company is located in Ghana, run by Ghanaians, for Ghanaians or from Ghana to the world.
I love it.
You understand? Because
it.
if we do it well, they can scale up.
True.
Which means that they can provide services for other countries within the sub-region.
The sub-region,
And that's how we raise champions in this country. I can even get it from China for cheap. You don't know what you are talking about.
You are importing poverty.
Exactly.
Exporting wealth.
Exactly. So what we are saying is that let's come along and little sacrifice of supporting made in Ghana today, so these companies can scale up. If they scale up, ultimately there will be competition because other companies will get into the space and competition will drive prices and stabilize it so that they can compete globally. That's what we are saying.
And the good thing is I have some packages in front of me here. So those of you who are watching us on YouTube or Facebook, you can get to see this is top-notch packaging made right here in Ghana. And it's good, Samuel says we are into media and not packaging. So the man to speak to us and explain all that we are seeing is Victor Sosa, EPAC Flexibles Ghana General Manager. It's good to have you, sir.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
And tell us, please continue. Finish.
And also good to be talking about packaging, because I think, like you all noted, one of the biggest problems we have in this country is not believing in ourselves, right? That we can do it. And packaging is one item on that milestone. Yeah. If you see it and it's beautiful, you like it, you're most likely going to take it off the shelves. Yeah. And the packaging gives that belief. Yeah. Just looking at it, wanting to possess it from afar. And in Ghana, we've got so many different varieties of products and recipes that we're not taking out there because we can't package it properly. And to market our culture, export our culture. And so this is what I believe we've been able to do.
So this is what I'm seeing. I have the traditional packaging where nice, wonderful plantain chips is packaged in... how do I describe this? How do I describe this one?
It's called rubber container. The plastic container.
Yeah, this is when I go to high school, they put the sitter inside and close
the
it
one that
you.
They put the sitter inside, yeah.
And then there's another one where you have it in. So how do you describe this again? Paint a picture for my listeners to see.
So
like a pouch, man.
This is a pouch.
That's the English word I'm looking for.
And the good thing about this is that it's got a lot of space where you can display all your branding on it.
Right.
Yeah. So you can talk about all the nutritional value of the product in a good way.
And your certification stuff, everything is there.
You can put it all there. And then it comes with security features. So first of all, you close this, you seal it. So and then once you've started using it, becomes airtight.
Right.
Insects don't penetrate.
Right.
Okay. And it can sit on the shelves for much longer. Yeah. So if you're exporting this to Europe or the US,
you can take it anywhere.
You can take it anywhere.
Yeah.
Not only will it appeal visually on the shelves, but it also provides you food security.
I like it.
And then you tear it, you start using it, you put a zip lock on it, and it locks it. You put it back on the shelves for when you need it. Wow. And all the while, your product remains fresh.
Wow. So, and then you have Gary also, chocolate, different stuff, pebbles, and all these are made in Ghana products, right?
Yes. And so suddenly made in Ghana products look differently. Oh. They look as if they were made in Europe.
But yeah. But this is good. Even the picture of cassava on the thing and so what? This has a mix of coconut and cassava, like in this particular product.
Yes. So these are recipes that people might have had from their grandmothers or in their families.
Right.
And then suddenly they can package it well and they can sell it. So the typical one is gari and peanuts. Yeah. We've all eaten that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you put gari peanuts and a bit of milk powder in a pouch, and it's ready for the market.
No, but this gari branding alone makes me want to have a bite already. Like the way it's packaged is so good. And I see kelewele here too.
Yes.
Oh, you can put kelewele in this pouch.
So this is plantain chips, but with kelewele spices. So it gives it that different flavor.
Come on.
Right. So you can have plantain chips with salt, plantain chips
with kelewele spice.
Yes.
Oh, I get
different
it.
Flavors.
I get it. So unlike what you would have been served in a pack or something, this one is in a proper pouch, and it wouldn't lose its crunchiness.
No,
because of the security features here.
Yes. And the other feature about this is that because we're using a digital press, if you have 4 different products, let's say you have Agric Bami, you have Tom Brown, you have kelewele, and you are, let's say, Mark Phyllis. You can have all your different products in the same schedule. So we do 500 of Kelewele for you,
another
500 of Tom Brown,
Ekwegbemi.
500 of Ekwegbemi,
Okay.
all in, let's say, 2,000 lot.
Right.
And so you have different products, you can package them beautifully, and it doesn't cost you that
Wait,
much.
and you're saying EPAC is a Ghanaian company?
A Ghanaian company wholly owned by Ghanaians, employs all Ghanaians and working for Ghanaians.
Tell me the EPAC story. When did you start? What's the story behind EPAC? I'm interested.
Very interesting story. Over the COVID period, we went out looking for food to buy, and we couldn't access any of the made in Ghana products that were nicely packaged. Remember, COVID period, supply chains were disrupted, imports were not flowing. So that set the ball rolling. You talk about solving problems. How do we solve the problem of packaging?
Right.
And we started by importing the flexible paper pouches, selling it. People put stickers on it. And they were telling us that actually we want the fully branded pouches. So again, we went out and we looked for the solution. And the solution we found was a digital format for print packaging that gives us a short turnaround time. So within 15 to 20 days, you get your packaging printed and delivered.
Which is shorter than what you would have, how long you would have waited for it to arrive
if you went
from
to China or anywhere else to import it. We also have a situation where we can do smaller orders. So if you went outside,
you would have to do larger quantities.
So, you know, you can do 500, you can do 2,000, you can do 10,000 to suit your market size. It also means you're not tying up your working capital
in packaging.
When you need your 10,000, you walk into the factory, you see how it's being produced, you pick it up and you go. It also means you're able to try different products. You know, if you have a recipe in mind, we're working with a customer right now who's thinking about different products like jollof mixes, and he just comes in, he does 500 lot, and he goes to try it in the market, see if it flies, and then he'll come back and order some
So
more.
if you want to do this as a proof of concept, you're still trying something out. You are in your mind, you're looking for how to package it neatly, but you do not have the capacity or the capital to do it on a large scale, or you want to still test it. You go to EPAC and they get it sorted for you.
Absolutely. We also find that the regulators, they're very happy with the kinds of packaging that we're providing. The longer shelf life that it presents the made in Ghana products. So we worked with them to ensure that the packaging meets their standards and they endorse what we're doing. We're also going around the country working with government institutions to really teach people, educate people about packaging, the quality of it. So in the long run, what it is that we've made it very convenient for the producers, convenient for the consumers, convenient for the regulators. And if you're not packaging with EPAC, then eventually your competitors will be packaging.
No, you'll be packing out. If you're not packing with EPAC, you'll be packing out.
Thank you.
And you know, one of the problems you are solving that you may not know, I have a feeling that the reason why when we buy things for our nieces and nephews and children, basically, they do not want the Ghana option is because of how it's packaged. Because a lot of the candies, toffees or toys or whatever that the kids are always asking for, if you look at the Ghanaian alternative to the foreign ones they ask for, I think the difference is not even the quality of taste, quality of finishing, is the branding, is the packaging.
Purely that.
So you are helping us inculcate into our children a love for made in Ghana products.
Absolutely.
Because of how excellently you help us package them.
And I think Citi's doing the same thing by bringing all of us together to this exhibition, because not only are we beginning to imbibe the value of our made in Ghana products, be it packaging or be it seeing the excellence that's been promoted across the entire country. And I think Citi's doing a wonderful job, making all aware of the potential that we have and the ability to scale it up across the region.
Super. I love it. Now, if I am still at the ideation stage and I'm looking for how to brand what product I'm having, do you have such services where you help us do the branding, or I bring my stuff, then you print them for me?
We have a lot of services. We would like to think of ourselves as a one-stop shop.
Super.
So we have designers who will help you imagine your design and bring it to manifestation. We also work with a barcode company, GS1, so we can get you your barcodes. In certain cases, we will help you address the issues with FDA to ensure that the information that you've provided on the back of your packaging is as per the LI, is it 1541? So we make sure that when you come to us, by the end of this, the product that you have, you're very
everything
satisfied.
is intact. No, I get what you're saying, because I've had an experience working in a pharmacy before, like a manufacturing sector, as part of a pharmacy, where you have a stamp, you put something, they has some code, and you put it on there. But this one, everything is printed digitally.
Yes.
So no one has to inspect whether it was rightly aligned, nothing. You just print everything and it's good to go. How affordable are you?
You see, we're very affordable. I've said that consistently.
Right.
But let me flip the question on its head and say, why are we focusing on the price?
Okay.
Let's think about the value we're creating.
Yeah.
Because once you've packaged like this, your reach
Will
is far
enhanced, right?
And your price will go up.
We're just asking this for business planning purposes. I mean, we love it. We want to work with you, certainly. But, I mean, when we come, you have something that fits everyone.
It fits everyone.
Yeah, cool.
It fits everyone.
Why are you joining the This is Ghana exhibition? I mean, it goes without saying, right? But let me ask you why you chose to be a part of this platform we are offering Ghanaian entrepreneurs out there.
I said earlier, what a wonderful idea for Ghanaians to believe in themselves, in what we can do. And this exhibition showcases the talents that we have in the country in terms of manufacturing. You also would note that we're in a business of promoting Made in Ghana.
Super.
So from that perspective, we are completely aligned, and there's no better way for us to work together to promote Made in Ghana.
This will not be a first. I mean, I first saw EPAC, I think 2 years ago, at the This is Ghana exhibition. How is the feedback for you as someone who is a participant or exhibitor at the This is Ghana exhibition?
We've met many of our customers, especially 2 years ago, from this exhibition. This is when we were starting our journey, right? So it creates an environment where you can network, you can get feedback on your products, and you meet so many other people who are also there to promote Made in Ghana, and you get ideas about how to move your business forward.
So this is great for businesses. Everyone should come around.
I believe so. If you're not there, you're square.
Yeah, and if you're not packing with EPAC, competition is packing you
out.
I love this. Thank you, Victor Sosa. It was really nice talking to you. But finally, before you go, is there anything you want to tell Ghanaians, both consumers, policymakers, on this agenda we are pushing to make Ghana mainstream, make Made in Ghana products that go to the first option? You have to look for a Ghana made option of whatever you're looking for until it doesn't exist before you think of anything else.
See, as I was listening to the program before I came in, you highlighted the continuum from agriculture to services industry. Any economy that will outperform needs manufacturing, needs industrialization. Any economy that will outperform needs agriculture. If you can't feed yourself, you can't grow to the next step. Okay, and I think the policy that should help us along that continuum towards industrialization is what we ought to be promoting. So things like energy cost for industries needs to be looked at critically. Foreign exchange is killing us as well. The FX movement, that's killing us. And then you also mentioned about human resource and talent. I think our education system has to be, realigned towards pushing that drive. So these are all things that, from a policy perspective, energy, financing, the FX, and also the human resource that we need to drive our industrialization policy.
Thank you. I go back to your sister. Thank you for passing through.
You're welcome.
EPAC Flexibles, right? EPAC Flexibles Ghana. One of the packages you came with is this Golden Tree Pebbles, granite coated with chocolate. 350 grams. That's the net weight. It has all the vitals behind. This one has been confiscated. It's not leaving the studio. Thank you for coming.
Welcome. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you for coming, Victor Sosa. He's the general manager. EPAC joining us for the This Is Ghana exhibition. We'll take a very quick break. When we're back, our friends from the Du Bois Museum Foundation will join us in the studio. Don't go anywhere. .49 after 3. 97.3 Citi FM. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda. Some of your messages have come through. We'll do well to read them for you. The line is 0549-986-996, 0549-986-996. For now, though, we have the executive director of the Du Bois Museum Foundation, Mr. Japheth Ayiku. He joins us here. You've heard a lot about the Du Bois Museum Foundation recently, have you not? There's a lot happening there, so we'll be having a conversation. I'm sure there's so much you want to ask Executive Director Japheth Ayiku. Let me welcome you, sir, to the studio. Good morning to you. Good to have you.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be with you this morning.
Fantastic. Executive Director, Du Bois Museum Foundation. What do you do?
Okay, so I'm here. I live in New York, by the way, but I'm a Ghanaian. Okay. I live in New York, and I go back and forth.
Nice.
And for the past 3 years, we've been engaged at the Du Bois Center, having reached some kind of agreement with the Ghana government that our foundation, the WEB Du Bois Museum Foundation, will raise a substantial amount of money to come and renovate and rebuild the Du Bois Center, because currently it doesn't befit the legacy of the greatest African American intellectual of all times, the first black man to obtain a PhD from Harvard, Dr. Du Bois. So for the past 2-3 years now, we've been commemorating his passing.
Right.
He passed on the 27th of August, 1963.
Right.
So every year we commemorate that event.
So same will happen this year as well?
Yes. So on Tuesday we are having an event.
Oh, just this Tuesday?
Yeah, this coming
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
At the Du Bois Center?
At the Du Bois Center,
Okay.
right. Where we are going to have 2 events. One in the morning where we have Du Bois scholars, 2 Du Bois scholars from the U.S. and a professor from University of Ghana.
Right.
They will come, have a symposium, and talk about the works and life of Du Bois.
Okay.
We're inviting students and the general public to come and listen to that. Later in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock or so, we are going to have a wreath laying where the U.S. ambassador, myself, Du Bois's family, his great-grandson is coming. Yeah, his great-grandson is coming from the U.S. to join us in wreath laying. And the president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, is also going to be there to lay a wreath on behalf of people and government of Ghana.
I see.
At that event, we're also going to announce that the foundation has obtained funding to start the first phase of the project with the renovation and the restoration of the bungalow where Du Bois lived and died.
Fantastic.
It's going to be a great event.
But you know there has been concerns over transparency in this particular issue. There's been concerns and allegations of state capture and all of that. What's the truth in all this?
Okay.
As the executive director of the Du Bois Museum Foundation, tell us your side of the story.
Thank you for the opportunity again. So one, there has been allegations and rumors going around that the government has sold the place to us, the Du Bois Foundation. That is not true. There's also allegation that the place has been leased to the Du Bois Foundation. That is also not true. The agreement that we signed with the Ghana government says that the Du Bois Museum Foundation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, will raise the money, develop the place, and manage the place, operate and manage the place for a period of 50 years.
Okay.
That 50 years, my dear host, is broken up into 30-20.
Okay.
That is that we'll be there for the first 30 years under the agreement. At the end of the 30 years, at which I will be 120 years, 125 years old, we will meet with the then minister, whoever is in charge, and assess our relationship.
Okay.
If we are happy with each other, if the Du Bois Foundation feels that the government of Ghana has treated us well, or if the Ghana government feels that we have managed the place well, we would then continue with the next 20 years. Okay, listen to this is a very important clause, and I think my ball went to. Okay, so if we are not happy and we cannot remediate the relationship, the Du Bois Foundation walks away.
Okay.
From the $50 to $80 million that we'll have spent at the center.
After the first 30.
After the first 30, if we are not happy with the relationship.
Okay.
There's no provision in there that says that the government has to pay back anything. We'll walk away and leave the management and operation back to the Ghana government. But the reason why we want to be there for a longer time is because, I don't know if you've been there, the place is all deteriorated. Okay, we don't believe that the Ghana government or its agencies have either the knowledge or the excitement or enthusiasm about the life and works of Du Bois to care much about the place.
Maybe it's the money that it doesn't have.
Perhaps it's the money that they don't have, or I know.
But you feel they've abandoned the place.
Yeah, the place has been abandoned. Right. So the Du Bois scholars, the people who care, the people who care about the Du Bois legacy says, hey, we are willing to provide our expertise and our money to manage the place on behalf of the Ghana government.
Okay.
The place is still going away. It's right here in Ghana.
So how are you planning to involve the local community and ensure that the center remains a public asset after you have renovated it? How much is it going to cost, by the way?
We're talking about $50 to $85 million that we're going to raise.
Okay.
We are going to fix the bungalow as it is. It doesn't look so we're going to restore it to the way it was when the Du Boises lived there.
And you've raised that fund already?
for that bungalow, we got about $5 million for that project already, and we haven't started a capital campaign yet.
Wow.
You know why? Because the Du Bois story is easy to tell. Any intellectual, any person who's going through high school or college knows about Du Bois. You mention him or Du Bois, and
It's
wow,
not easy to raise funds for.
so we think it would be easy for us to raise the funds for it. Okay. So secondly, the tomb where he's buried is small, it's crowded. It doesn't look too good. So we're going to build a whole new memorial pavilion, beautiful with space for reflections and all of that.
Okay.
The third one is that we are going to build a bigger complex that will have a books library, a books restoration lab. You should see the books that are falling apart now. So we're going to fix all the books and academic regalia. You know, his PhD robes, honorary doctorate robes, they're all falling apart. And we're going to fix all of those things. And they become items for exhibition. And particularly, though, we're envisioning scholars coming to Ghana in droves, to come and study the legacy of Du Bois and to publish books about Du Bois and his time here in Ghana. Now, getting the public involved, I was just talking to one of your colleagues over here, and he remembers going to the Du Bois Center, not so much to tour the place,
but for wedding reception.
Wedding reception. So that is the problem that we have. So we have to educate the Ghanaian public and the whole African continent about where Du Bois died and is buried and his contribution to the continent. So we have a lot of work to do ourselves in terms of the public relations and the education that we're going to be doing. So we intend to embark upon that. We have some funding for that. And in fact, we're planning, hopefully, to work with the Minister of Education to introduce in the school system a curriculum about the Du Bois legacy and the African-American experience.
I like it. Mr. Japheth Ayiku is the Executive Director of the Du Bois Museum Foundation. We are talking about their campaign to raise funds and renovate the facility and make it the bastion of academic research about the man W.E.B. Du Bois. It's obvious. Okay, so you've told us how the local communities will be involved in it. So we do not only go there for wedding receptions, but to go and academically stimulate our thoughts and learn about our history. How are you going to engage the youth in preserving the legacy of Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois?
Okay, so that question came up yesterday on one of my appearances on the television on the youth station. The young people of Ghana really are the custodians. They're going to be the custodians of this legacy of all the boys. They're the custodians of Ghana and its assets and all of that. So how do we get the youth involved? There's a tendency for us to not, the youth anyway, not to read too fast and not to read too seriously. But one of the things that I quoted on that show is that I got to know of Du Bois by learning a quote from him, a very famous quote, which everybody associates with Du Bois. And that is that he wrote in his seminal book, Souls of Black Folk, the problem of the 20th century is a problem of the color line. The relationship between the darker-skinned people of Africa, the West Indies, and the lighter-skinned people of Europe and the rest of the world. This is from W.E.B. Du Bois.
Wow.
Now, I say that he made the biggest mistake by thinking that by the end of the 20th century,
that would have been solved.
My brother. He thought that by the end of the 20th century, the black and white, brown will live together in peace. But what we see today, it still goes on.
The tensions are still there.
The tensions are still there.
Undercurrents.
So the younger people of this world need to know that, need to understand that we have a lot of work to do in terms of preaching the idea of how do we live together. Look at what's happening in the Middle East. All the wars, all the killings that is going on in the Middle East. So you younger people need to know that there once upon a time was a man who was so much concerned about relationships.
Mr. Japheth, tell us about, in your final thoughts, what you would like us to know about partnerships, how that plays out in rehabilitation, and the future of the Du Bois Center.
Okay. So all the work at the Du Bois Center that we envision is going to be done by Ghanaians. We are going to be hiring between 30 to 40 to 50 people. All of them are going to be Ghanaians. We are not bringing any expertise from America to come and run the place. Ghanaians are going to be trained locally and abroad for them to run the place. As a matter of fact, next month we have a few of our volunteers going to the U.S. I've always said that it's a unique museum that we are trying to build around a single person,
Right.
W.E.B. Du Bois.
Right.
Okay, if Ghanaians are going to run the place and they are going to be able to tell the story, they need to be immersed in the story. So
Right.
everybody that's going to be working at the Du Bois Museum is going to be sent overseas.
So I imagine just as we have the Martin Luther King
museum,
and for all the national heroes around, do you think we do that well enough here in Ghana?
We don't do that well here in Ghana at all, and I think we need to change that. So the Du Bois Museum is going to set an example for us to follow and to praise and to make sure that the legacy of our heroes is kept intact and spread around the world. So we're going to engage all the young people, absolutely. That we are going to have seminars, we're going to have conferences about issues in the country and around the continent. Because Du Bois was a world figure. He
Right.
talked about decolonization. He talked about the emancipation of the African continent. Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, Joe Appiah, Nnamdi Azikiwe. They were all young people in England when he started going there and talking to them and encouraging them. Go back to the continent and fight for the liberation of the continent. And that's exactly what they did.
Mr. Japheth Ayiko, it's been a real pleasure talking to you. Thank you for passing through and thank you for the work you do.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Executive Director, Du Bois Du Bois Museum Foundation.
And even with broken
Messages that have come through so far. Oh, loads and loads and loads of them. Oheneba, I champ him. As someone says, top of the morning to you guys. Better than team. Great discussion this morning. And I think Nana's presentation was quite compelling. Please, is it possible to get access to Nana's audio presentation so we can listen to it again and again? Plus, I would love to get in touch with him to discuss some kind of way forward-looking partnership with Agro Kings and Nana Rice. Great job, guys. Okay, so the presentation is on Spotify. I will show you where to get that in a bit. Good. So just go to Spotify. You would find the episode there. Citi Business News, Citi Business Edition, Revolutionizing Agriculture Through Innovation. That's how it's called. This is the Citi Business Edition podcast. That's where you find it on Spotify. Go to Spotify, bro. You get it. I really like the discussion. However, there's this point that we always refuse to talk about. The issue of Ghanaian business owners refusing to reinvest in their businesses to create more wealth, but rather flaunt the little profit they make from the business. I call it the Ghanaian mindset. You didn't add your name. Thank you for your message. Good morning, Citi. I just heard you discuss support for Agric. Bernard, I'm a lady farmer. I have a 2-acre onion farm at Begro in the eastern region, predominantly onion farming community. The river we depend on for irrigation is a tributary of the Afram River, which has dried up as at now. But we can create a canal to our farm, and by so doing, we could we would not get short of water. We can even farm all year round, but the cost of constructing this canal is beyond our financial strength. Please, we have seen the great advocacy you have done, and you've been carrying out at your station. Thank you for that message. Scatter says, Bernard, the whole country needs a reset. We have the wrong kinds of population, and that is why we have the wrong kinds of leaders. If we don't get a radical change in 50 years, our children will be talking about the same thing you are talking about today.
for hunger and starvation.
show was produced by Fred Tetejabano. You heard Samuel Atamesa, Nathan Obudakwal, Bernardino Kokuavle was here as well. My name is Caleb Kuda. Daniel Squashy was the man here. Sheba was also with the production team. Thank you so much for listening. For now, one drop, Bob Marley. Zoe Abubedu has dropped in the studio as well. What's up?
Hi. Good morning.
How was your birthday?
Oh, it went well. It was a great one actually.
But you didn't cut the cake for me to eat some, so how will I confirm this?
The others who were part of the cake cutting. So you can ask them how it went. Coming up, Dr. Papakwesi Ndomakiza's government of mismanaging GN